Take the love imprisoned in us and let it go.
Hello, Cieran.
This is your weekly fantasy football show with Russell, TDT, Lee, and Liam. How are you doing, Liam?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Your surrounding looks nice.
Oh, it does look nice. Yeah, I got a bit more space. I can flap my arms around it.
Good.
That's good.
Well, your team's flying away, innit? It's flying south is your team at the moment.
It is. It's going very well.
How are you, Russell, mate? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm quite intrigued because I'm a bit blind to what everyone's got. So I'm kind of intrigued to see what everyone got in the comments and what everyone's got in the stream. I've got a funny feeling McAllister's going to be showing off a bit because he's far too positive early on in the comments, but we'll get to that. And then we've got Old Happy in here as well. So tell us your scores, tell us scores at the doors and all that sort of malarkey. I'm intrigued. A bit of a lull period, isn't it, for fixtures and stuff? So
yeah. Well, I've triggered my wild card. I've done it. I've took the plunge and done it. I finally took it. I've done
for
it
this week then. Okay, then.
So I've got a few wild card designs ready. Right, can we let's get into chat first, and then we'll go through who's in chat. Happy a minute. I know she put this comment up a while ago, but good evening, fellas. Might be a bit late joining tonight, but I will be there. Don't worry. Russ, you can't get rid of me.
Like driving, yeah. You can just listen to us, Happy. You can just listen to us.
Can't wait, guys. You said come back here once to grace you with my presence. Good evening, everyone in the chat. Good evening. You're welcome here anytime you want.
Stu, I've got a funny feeling McAllister might have had. Yeah, he told you.
I think he's had a very good week.
Yeah, you could tell he's in show off mode. Show off. He's peacocking.
He's in Eager Beaver. Eager Beaver.
Hot peacocking. That's what he's doing. I love that.
Good evening, chaps. Hope you are all fine and dandy. Driving home from work, so I'll be in the chat around 15 minutes or so. Right. Well, I'll wait till you come in chat, Happy, because I've created an image with your team on it, so I won't put it up on screen until you come.
It's not a big turd, is it?
No. Yeah. Viewers, not get rid of them. Yeah, we are all like brother Titch, who's smashing it. He's absolutely smashing it. He is. Congratulations, 1 million views. This guy's had on one of his videos. 1 million views. Well done, brother. Proud of you. So proud of you.
Hey, Titch, how can you afford all these followers you're buying?
He's already digging it. It's 3 minutes in.
Is it cryptocurrency, I presume? Is that what it works? Buy people?
Yeah, he's on 1.8. He's at 1.8 thousand subscribers now, Liam. You look really
very well.
But congratulations, brother. Well done, mate. Big part of the show, big part of this channel, which I'm proud to have him on.
Can I quickly say, Stu?
And McAllister Bishop got 78 points this week, by the way.
Yeah. I just want to ask McAllister. I don't know if you can send your team to Stu, but I don't think you can. Just write in the comments your team, points, captain. We know you. I'm happy you've come in, mate, and you've done well. So show them off to us, and I'm pretty sure you probably have the highest score out of us all. So
I think yeah.
Show off the goods.
I'm guessing you beat Russell, so good job. I'll show you, Russell. We're going to go through ours in a minute. Nice with you. You're welcome, brother Titch. You're welcome, mate. I know you. I know that you won't say it on your own channel. How proud we. You'll just carry on like normal. It won't get to your head at all. And I've said it because you wouldn't. Anyway, I can send pictures. LOL.
Oh yeah, do that. Yeah, if you do that, we'll have a look. Can he do that?
He hasn't got my WhatsApp.
Could you send it over Twitter? Because I can send it to.
Yeah, do that.
That way, if you send to me over Twitter.
Yeah, I put in your Twitter name, Liam. Post a comment bit at bottom.
Yeah, well, I'll do that now.
Right. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to bring up your team, Liam, because obviously you sent me yours first. So
before you bring up Liam's team, I'm really hoping he kept one player because I'm going to laugh if he did. So I'm intrigued if he's kept the player I'm thinking.
Good evening, Alison. Good evening, love. Hope you're doing well, love.
Yeah, Alison.
Good evening, Alison. Right, here we go. So, right, I'm sharing my screen with you now. This is Liam's team. I've sorted it. You like this? I think you'll like this, Russell. I've done it.
I'm intrigued. I'm really intrigued because I think if he kept, he did keep him.
Collins.
Could you bring that up? Can you make that bigger? Let's have a look. Yeah. Right. Okay, Liam. Go for your team, mate.
Well, Pope, which I'm kind of happy about. Trippier, who I'm more than happy about, 5 points. I think he's like the third most expensive FPL fantasy player. We're just going to skip Collins, you know. It's just.
No, let's just stop on Collins quickly.
Let's stop on Collins.
Let's just didn't old Uncle Russell say something about Collins last week?
You did.
And you kept with him.
And I kept with him. The worst decision of life.
Oh my lord.
And shall I tell you something? It was a shocking challenge anyway. But my team won, so I can't complain. Obviously, Cancelo does what Cancelo does best, which is absolutely just either get an assist or somewhat make a goal. And he got the bonus points. I like to add that as well. De Bruyne, again, a masterclass one. I believe did he get an assist?
Got 2 assists.
2 assists, that's it. He got 2 assists. Almiron did me pretty well, to be fair. 2 points for Almiron. Xhaka did well. Odegaard let me down a bit. Obviously, he got an injury. I don't know if that was in the warm-up or if that was during the game, but no points there. Ivan Toney, not the best week for Brentford, but you can't really do much when there's only a certain amount of games on. Haaland, being Haaland. And you know what? I'm kind of happy I made Haaland my vice-captain instead of Jesus, because Jesus got me more points. So I'm happy with that decision. And then
what did you have on the bench? What was it?
I had nothing on the bench. Tangaranga got 0.
Yeah.
James got 0, obviously, because he didn't play. Diaz got 0 because he didn't play either, and Warren got 0.
You only had 10. How many players? You only have 10 players, then.
Yeah, I only had 10 players, and not including the bench, I had 12 out of a possible 15.
Okay, then. And what did Zaka get? Did he get? How many points did he get?
Zaka got 1. He just got the single.
Okay.
So not too bad this week, but the changes what I've done, I've put James in for Collins because Collins was just going to be a bench player for me anyway.
Which is spending free now, isn't he?
Yeah. So and I've put Luis Diaz in for Odegaard, obviously because he's injured. He's not going to get me points. Might as well keep Xhaka on until Odegaard's fully fit again.
Are you making any transfers this week? Are you going to roll?
I think I'm going to roll.
It's not this week, is it?
It's next week. This week's going to be a bit hard to, what's it called? I'm trying to think of the word. It's just an international break. There's not much to talk about fantasy football-wise except upcoming fixtures or maybe a possible injury list.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, injury, because Patterson's... oh my God, look at McAllister. That's hilarious. I'm just worried about because Patterson's injured already.
Yeah.
And he's gone into a lot of teams. One thing I was looking at, I was quite frustrated with Haaland because he got his old goal quite early and then just couldn't get the ball under his spell.
I saw Grealish score in the first minute. I was just like, is it going to be one of these games? It's just going to be another like 4-0, 5-0 thriller. Because we did the same against Wolves and I think it was De Bruyne who got 4 goals last season. So I thought, maybe another De Bruyne masterclass. But just before De Bruyne got the assist, he was going to come off the field. Because I saw Gundogan warming up, so I was just like, please, De Bruyne just produce some speciality. And he provided an assist for Foden, so that's all I could ask for. But I expected Haaland to do a lot better with the chances that he had.
Well, I was going to say, one thing that is frustrating looking at your team, and like I said, we'll all look at each of his teams, and people in the comments, you can critique, slag us off and say what's good, because I've got a few things in my team which frustrate me. But the double Newcastle defence is really annoying for you, because Bournemouth, I was so happy when they scored. Because I know a lot of people doubled up on Newcastle.
That was the biggest problem, because I didn't expect Bournemouth. Again, this is no offence to Bournemouth fans or all. I didn't expect Bournemouth to score. I just don't expect Bournemouth to score, but they did, and
Neither did
Played
Bournemouth.
all right.
they shocked me.
Bournemouth
It
didn't
was a
expect
shock.
to score either.
But yeah,
Right, so let's flick through some of these comments, guys. Let's show Alison's in house. Russell, the expert. Let's hope you can back up that title of beating the rest of the panel.
All I can say, Titch, Mopai prediction show.
that's it.
Russell, I'm fans United. I literally had to make a to-do list. That's the effort I go to. Thanks, guys. Great show. Thank you.
Do you know what's funny with McAllister? I guarantee if he ended up with 30 points, it would. There's no way he'd be in this chat. We all do it in fantasy football. We love bragging when it's going good, but it's complete silent.
I think it's quite wrong. It's like I was just like, oh, don't show me. I changed my formation as well, Russell. Don't know if you noticed. I changed from 3-4-3.
You what, sorry?
I changed to a 3-4-3 from a 4-4.
Yeah, it's interesting you've done that. I think that seems to be the formation of choice rather than big at the back now. People are going more
attacking players.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you guys later what I've done, but yeah, I'm going similar. So
yeah, well, I've got yours coming up next, Russell.
Okay,
I'm going to bring yours up now. You aren't getting away with it, Russell. Definitely not.
Well, I'm pretty up. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll look at my team and I'll tell you what I did, and then we'll have a look at the other pictures I sent you because they kind of they show you the transfers I made and why I'm annoyed, and then also my future team. So yeah, I'll explain the three pictures in kind of phases as we kind of go through.
Well, this is the one I did for you this morning. This is the one I created for you. Look at that, your picture and everything's on this one.
Oh, actually, is that that? All right, here we go. So, beautiful. Look at that. Lovely.
Look at that, mate. Look how good that looks. Better
Looks
than
good,
what people do. Better than what they do it.
So, guys, everyone in the comments, this is what I went wild card. I caved in. I had 7 players playing, so I had no choice. I had 2 free transfers, so I either rolled into 9, then went to minus to get 10 or 11. I just thought it weren't worth it. So I had Robertson injured, so I just thought I got to get rid. Now I went for Leno in goal. I took my own advice because I advised that to Stu, and then frustratingly, that Forest game was really annoying. Thankfully, I didn't have Mitrovic, and this is what annoyed me. I went for Botman because I looked at his fixtures, and he played most of them, and unbelievably got dropped for that game. Wouldn't have been a clean sheet, but I took the 2 points, so that annoyed me. Had to go Nico Williams. Obviously kept Cancelo. I actually went for De Bruyne, which I thought was a great move. But when we see the next slide, you'll see why I'm annoyed because he got 10 points. Went Paqueta for West Ham, but I was watching that game and I was getting nervous because they already had the subs numbers up at 58 minutes, and obviously you get an extra point, so he probably would have come off, and then he got me 1 point. Thankfully, stayed on, got me an extra, but he was not that good. He only made 1 good break. But I think I'll keep him. I think once you get the internationals out of the way, I'm pretty sure he'll start. Andreas, Fulham. Again, Fulham was so annoying. They 3 goals, no Mitch for Andreas Pereira involvements, which is unbelievable, really. I got rid of Saka, went Martinelli. And I got Isaac. He's one of my triumphs. I decided to go Isaac. Yeah. I literally had it on Mitrovic, and then in the last 5 minutes before the deadline, I went Isaac. Kept Jesus and kept Haaland, and I got Ward, James, Arrington, Alexander-Arnold on the bench. I was annoyed. It was a frustrating. Points were all right. I didn't take it here, and I had to reshape my team. And I've gone 3-4-3 like Liam. So I'm happy with that going forward. I'll tell you my future moves. Stu, can you bring up that picture of the one I sent you of all my transfers I did? And I'll just highlight. I sent you 3, mate. If you could just do the one with them, we'll show the guys, and you can have a good laugh at me about this, everyone. And I'll tell you why I'm really annoyed.
Right. Well, I'm bringing this picture up for you, mate. If let's.
If I'm looking at foreign deeply, sorry, I'm just waiting for McAllister to send me his team.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But I'm like Liam. I'm probably going to stay 3-4-3 now. I've just decided I can't be bothered with 4 at the back and Robertson Even though Robinson's probably going to drop down to 6.5, so he might be someone I'm looking at.
I have to admit, Isaac was a bit of an interesting transfer. I know I picked him a few weeks ago, but I thought he would have gone with Victoni or Mitrovic. Just because I thought they're like the two informed strikers apart from Holland.
I was very close to Mitrovic, but I changed last minute, and I was kind of after the Fulham game. I was kind of like laughing to myself a bit, going, "I picked that one right." But obviously, then I messed up on this further one. So
is that the one you went?
No, it's the one with it's like the white picture, mate. I think it's the white picture. It's got all my transfers I made on the wild card.
There we go. I've got it now. Right, Thank you, McAllister.
Yeah, so if you send me that over later on, Liam, love, I'll just get at least one what Russell wants up. Sorry about this, Russell.
No, that's fine, mate.
And
then after we've done that one, mate, I'll then show you my team for 2 weeks. What was it? Week and a half, in it.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to share screen with you now, Russell.
Yeah, and then we'll run through the comments because we don't want you guys in the comments to feel like you're all left out.
Yeah. So let's get right. So you brought De Bruyne in for Song. Ouch.
Now, if you look from the bottom, this shows my transfer activity. And if you see, as I got near the top, I started flicking. Literally, I had Son. And I knew Son wasn't going to start. And what put me off is I know Son's not going to start. And I want someone I know is going to play 90 minutes. So I was pretty happy with De Bruyne. After the Wolves game, I was like, I made the right choice.
I was the exact same.
I was like, right choice. Happy days. He's got 10 points. Then what does Son go do? He comes on for 30 minutes, which is unheard of usually. 30 minutes, bags a hat trick.
Within half that time.
That's just my week. I'm just so annoyed because I literally had him with 2 minutes to go and I changed it last minute to De Bruyne. Because look, you can see the time I changed it. The deadline I think was 6 o'clock, and I changed it at 10 to 6.
10 minutes just before, wasn't it?
I just decided last minute. But no one would have thought, 30 minutes. Even when Son came on, I was watching that game. I went, he ain't going to do much, and he just a hat trick. What can you do? What can you do?
What do you think about
sorry to just cut in there, Liam Love. I think a lot of people got caught out by not picking Son anyway. It's not just you, Russell. A lot of people didn't have him.
But I knew he wasn't going to start, Stu. Because I keep an eye on everything in the sense of early team news and what credible journalists know. We will get in the comments, guys. We don't ignore you. I just knew he wasn't going to play, so I thought I can't risk him on a wild card, not play it because I haven't got anyone on the bench.
I think it's one of those as well, though, when it was Russell, where he hasn't been performing well. Everybody knew he was going to start on the bench because the past couple of performances, he's got subbed off and he's barely done anything. So it's just typical fantasy football. He pulls out the bag, and after fantasy football, people are going amazed, and the other half like, I just transferred him out last week. You can't make it up.
No. I mean, the way I kind of structured my team, I could have gone Kane, but the way I structured my team, I didn't really want to mess around with Son because I'm going to tell you in the next picture what I'm thinking with my team for next week. I bet you anything. I bet you anything McAllister's got Son. I guarantee he'll have Son. Don't tell me, but if he's got that many points, he must have had Son.
I forgot what team he had, but I think he got a free hit, didn't he? So he did a complete full 11.
Well, you've got the picture, haven't you? Yeah. So
I'll show you that in a minute, Liam.
Okay.
We'll discuss that in a minute.
Okay, what we'll quickly do, and then we'll go through the comments, Stu, because I've realised we'll have my last picture, mate, which is my team I'm looking at for the next one as I stand. I'll quickly tell you the one move or the move I am thinking.
Is that the one, Russell?
No, that's the
one.
Yeah, that's the points. Yeah, not that one.
That one?
No, that's still the one with last week's points. There's one where it shouldn't have any points on it.
Right, let me just find it because I didn't know you wanted to see this one. So
I think I sent you 3 separate ones, mate. So I think it's the It's just the one with no points. But that's the team I'm looking at for next week. And I'll quickly explain to everyone in the comments why I'm thinking.
I think I've got it, Matt. I think I've got it. I'm just going to share screen and then.
And I think we still got Stu's to look through, Lee's to look through, Harmony's to look through, McAllister's to look through. And if anyone else in the comments wants to tell us what points they got or what they're thinking for their next moves, we want to know. We're intrigued.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
There you go, Russell.
Yeah, okay. So what I've done is my bench is pretty good. So I'm going to go for Ward in goal against Forest at home. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm going for him. I think I'm going to stick with Ward. If I'm going to get clean sheets, hopefully against Forest. Alexander-Arnold, James, Cancelo. So I've got a good back three again now. De Bruyne, Paquette, Aronson goes in, Martinelli stays in, Isaac, JC's, Haaland. Now, the one move I'm thinking is I've kept just enough money aside to maybe go De Bruyne to Salah, because I'm looking now at game week 12 with the Arsenal and Man City players, and the only way I can get out of those players is each week transferring one of them out per week, slowly dripping them out. I can either keep De Bruyne and think, will he do better against Man United than Salah will for Brighton at home? But I've just got enough money to get Salah in. So that should be my team. The only thing I'm worried about is maybe Paqueta if he starts. I presume he'll start, but I think he could be a nice little 6 million midfielder for me.
I think
I've got 3-4-3 like Liam. So
the problem you've got with Paqueta is David Moyes ain't playing him in the at how you think he's being played.
Well, I thought he was against Everton, and I thought he was in the 10 role.
Yeah,
but he was playing more defensive. He will concentrate more on his defensive duties than his offensive duties. So I'd be worried about Paqueta. Definitely.
I wasn't impressed with him. He made one really good run where he could have been picked out from the right, and he wasn't. And he would have been in on goal. I don't know. For that moment only, I can't see West Ham not playing him. So I think I'm going to keep him for now and just keep an eye on him. But the only move I'm thinking is either roll De Bruyne or I get Salah in. That's what I'm thinking for next week. But I think I will go for Ward in goal. And people are probably going, why are you going for Ward? It's Forest at home. Leicester, to me, Leicester they will turn it round. I think they've got good fixtures now. So
right, well, let's go through some of these comments. Hello, good evening, everyone. Hope you're all well and having had a good day. Come on, Darlington, till I die. Good evening, Mr. Barron, Mr. Darlow. Hope you're doing well. England are terrible in the Nations League and looking like getting relegated. Wow, Mr. Darlow. Oi, Amos. Hi, Hermione, love. Hi, Stu, Lee, Liam, and the Lincolnshire poacher.
hello, Harmony.
Ban international football simples. It's not needed now. There's too much football being played. I agree with that.
Yeah,
Hi, Hermione. Hi, lovely. Everyone said hello to each other, which is great to see. Oh, Alison, I've just bought a new 65-inch TV. Still looks well dodgy. Sorry, Hermione. Thanks, love. Thank you very much. Love that, Hermione. Love that. I always look dodgy. That, you know. HF, Hermione Fairlove, we have a projector TV. Very nice. Oh, lovely. That's big TV, lol. I never thought of doing that on my old set before. This even makes me tea in the morning. It took me a while to sit out, but it is so much nicer than using my phone. Brilliant. I'm glad that you see more of us. Maybe not as nice for you, but it is for us. Hi, Happy. RA have I either won? J Robinson v Lancashire or A Gibson.
What does that mean?
I think that's American.
American football.
Oh,
about American football.
All right, this is English. This is soccer. This is soccer in England. RA Vlahovic,
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to
American
stay
football,
if
is it?
you want to, mate.
Yeah, that's American football. That is Philadelphia. Is it the Philadelphia Eagles?
Oh,
No,
is
it's
it?
not Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
LA Cat. I think it's Los Angeles Cats, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you saw football. Yeah, sorry, mate. This is hey, if we can try and get you into English soccer, this is our fantasy football. So
Yeah,
you know,
it's
if
kind
you
of
ever want to come over to this side, make sure you come in the channel. We'll help you. We'll guide you through it if you ever want to join. He's on about the LA Charge. I'm a Raiders
LA
fan.
Chargers. Ah, sorry.
Yeah. All right, I am a Raiders fan, but I don't know much about how your fantasy football works. So, yeah, this is the English side, I'm afraid.
I think it's similar to ours. To be fair, I think it's just like I think the point system's the same, like scoring touchdowns and assists and
Yeah,
stuff.
but could you imagine how it worked? How you'd pick? We wouldn't have a clue, would we?
No, we would have no idea. Maybe
The only thing I would know is how to pick maybe a quarterback. I wouldn't know how you get points from your defense. Yeah, it's a whole different game. Those guys. But it's massive. Fantasy football in America is huge for their American football. It's so big.
They have a massive draft, don't they?
It's huge. It's huge. We're catching up, but theirs is massive.
Yeah.
So.
Are you ready to look at my team now? That I've
Come on,
This is my team.
That's what I've been waiting for. Here we go.
This is my team. I haven't done that well this week, I must admit.
Okay.
But I can't complain. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh,
Right. Why are you not showing us? Have you been? Whoa. But
Doing a Borat fog.
Yeah, well,
you did 1 point better than me.
I had Leno in goal. But I didn't. I remember on my bench. I didn't.
Your bench didn't get played, did it?
I didn't go with a wild card out last week on that game week.
Did you take a minus with it, or was it a normal? Do you take a minus?
Yeah, I took a minus. I had to get Leno in. I didn't have a goalkeeper.
Okay, so did you get 51 points or 55 then?
Yes, 50. Well, my final points is 55.
Oh, okay. So you got 59 altogether then. So you just taken 5 off. Okay.
Yeah, so I had Leno in goal. He got me 1 point. Nathan Ake got me 0. Gabriel got me 6. Cancelo got me 9. Gordon got me 2. Paqueta got me 2. Martinelli got me 3. Benton Carr got me 12. Haaland got me 12. Mitrovic got me 2. Jesus got me 6. And at my bench, all the players.
I don't think we got any, did they? Yeah, none of them playing this week. I think people got an injury. No, I didn't get an injury.
So that's my points.
So a couple of questions about yours. Chime in as well, Liam, if you got any, or anyone in the comments, you got any questions about the team. Benson Kerr surprised me with you. I couldn't believe that. I was like, wow.
He had a very good game.
Yeah, so very rarely defensive midfielders, but he got an assist and a goal. And I when he did that, I was like, oh crap, Stu's got him. It's like, so you did well. But I think for you, the real frustrating one for me would be Gordon.
Yeah, it really was. But you see, right, I'm going to confess something now, right? And this is my confession on it's not right. When you see Lee's team, you will see why I spent most of my time trying to get Lee's team sorted out with Lee. And I didn't leave myself any time to sort my own team out, if that makes sense. So, which Lee will always come first, always will do. Lee needs help with how he gets it. So when you see Lee's team, you'll see why it took us all day to do it. So that's my team. That's my team. Now I am going to stop sharing screen, go through some of these comments.
While we go through the comments, Russell, do you have any regret? I mean, apart from this taking something, do you have any regrets this week in your choices on who you picked?
What, for the wild card?
Yeah.
No, because I was happy with them. I think the only probably regret I thought is that I didn't have someone on the bench just to cover maybe if, like, I didn't think Botman was going to be subbed.
No, I didn't.
I've been actually annoying ones.
That was a bit of a weird substitution, to be fair.
Well, I was going to say it's a weird pick. It's Botman. I hadn't heard anyone say Botman.
No, well, I couldn't afford anyone else. So I presume Botman. I mean, he's the record defender, money-wise. So I thought, we're 8 games in now. I thought he would be pretty established. And I looked at his fixtures, and he played quite a lot. So I guess the regret is I didn't ask someone to come off the bench. And if you wildcard, you really shouldn't be only having 10 players play. So there's a little bit, it's like, that's quite... And obviously Son is the massive regret. But I wouldn't have changed it knowing the information I had. That was just unlucky.
What about you? Ed, what about you? Any regrets?
Not. Like I said, my time went on lease. It's so difficult. Russell will appreciate this. Trying to do one fantasy football is hard.
Doing two is insane.
Difficult. And I want to make sure that Lee gets, Lee picks his own team. Lee will ask me this player or this player, and there ain't much between them. So I advise Lee what player to go with. He picks his own. He don't have to take my advice. He picks his own player. So but it's very hard to do too. It really is. It's but I'm ahead now. I know what I'm doing now. I know what I'm doing with it. Now that I've grasped what it's all about, I'm pretty set up now. I'm pretty calm with it now. I was stressing out over there, I must admit, but I got there.
The joys of fantasy football.
Yeah, man. Hi TD5, hope you're doing well, mate.
Hi TD5, hope you're doing well.
Good day,
it's hilarious. We're getting loads of American football comments coming. When you go down the fairway, you'll see what I mean. It's like, what?
Ali, welcome. Do you have a soccer team? Whoosh, what have you been looking at? My picture. That's my pose. That's me good looking.
Yeah, that's the best one we could get. We took several.
Sugar. Good job you're over at the girlfriend's house and not here. Back at here. Ronaldo to Messi.
I put Messi. I'm just replying to it. So I don't have to reply now because to me, Messi will always beat Ronaldo. I think he's just better all round. So I know they're very close, but for me, it's Messi.
Yeah.
I think the reason why I'm going to say Ronaldo is because he's done it in different leagues. He's done it in Italian league, English league, Spanish league, whereas Messi, he just stayed safe. Where he knew, you know what I mean? But I do think Messi's got the better gravitation on
I just think he's better, all-round player.
No, well, sense of gravity with Messi.
It's a team player is Messi as well, whereas Ronaldo's an individual.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alice, 100%. Definitely burgers, dollar, soccer, baseball, yeah. Ronaldo is a better finisher, more complete.
You'll always have the Ronaldo Messi camp, won't you?
Yeah,
I'm Happy Emirates sound good, so we can look at least, then we'll go to Happy Emirates straight away. Which
yeah, but wait there, Stu. Before you finish with the comments, don't you still need to let us know what you're thinking for the future after the comments? Because I don't want us to neglect.
Yeah, I will definitely put one up of what I want to do, what I'm thinking of doing. Well, I've picked my wildcard team. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, we'll shows your wildcard team after the comments. Yeah.
Everyone's saying hello. Joking, Alison. I'm from York. Yeah, York in England. Good evening, Happy. Notice how Russ mentioned we're going to look at everyone's here, but not me.
Oh, don't be like that, Happy. Come on, we've always got time for Happy's team. Come on. You read me all the wrong way. You've read me all the wrong way.
TD5, I used to live in Ancombe on Foxwood Lane a long time ago. Wow. Leading the race. I have Mixon and Barkley, and should I trade Mike Williams, DJ Moore, Bateman, and AJ Brown, JJ, and Kettle?
Who is this? Leaving the race. I think maybe we're going to have to put something different in the hashtags. This is a soccer an English soccer fantasy football. We do appreciate Americans, and if you guys, if you're Americans, Leeds United, the teams we support, has a lot of American influence. But I don't think we're going to give you good advice because we haven't got a clue how to play.
Maybe next year. Maybe next year.
We want you to join our guys, maybe. But he was messing with us. Oh, he was messing with us. Okay.
I have been looking into something as well for the our when we create our own league next season. I've got some on boil. I've spoke to somebody who's and I'll talk to you, Russell, like behind scene. But it's going to be somewhat what the viewers are going to really like, and it's going to be an incentive for them to get involved in our team. Yep. So you're going to like this when I finished. You really are.
Very cloak and dagger. I like it.
Yep. So there's something in it for them. Yep. There's going to be something in it.
I can imagine when you told me, Stu, you'll be like a James Bond villain. I've like your cat on your chair as you tell us the master plan. You'll be straight.
Yeah, if I could get bloody comfortable, what we're going to fall back again then? Right.
It's like you're going downstairs Steve Hill in Lincoln.
Yeah. All our USA friends support Leeds in the Premier League. They do because
it's very true. I think Leeds are the biggest team in America right now, like Premier League wise. They're getting as much as possible.
We've got to capitalise on it now, though. We've got to capitalise on it. And listen, I support the mighty Ministerman.
Oh yeah, York.
No, he's joking. He's the Leeds through and through. His TD5. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Russell. Messy all day for me.
I feel okay, Titch. Have your subscribers got to your head here? You agree with Russell? What's going on?
Titch, if you agree with me, maybe you'll be doing half decent in the prediction shows now and then.
Oh. Just because Ronaldo has been at different clubs doesn't make him a better. No, what I'm saying is because he's done it at different countries as well. TD5. It's not. No, look, Ronaldo's the better. Messi's the better player, but Ronaldo, I can see the argument for Ronaldo because he's done it at different leagues.
Yeah. You'd always have that. You won't convince the other people who think Ronaldo, and the people who think Messi won't be convinced by Ronaldo. I think it's just one of those ones. They're both very good, to be honest with you. So
that's the perfect comment, and that's how I'd end up. But Ronaldo,
yeah. Actually, I could have joined City, but his side's got the other side of Manchester. Not so nice side.
Loving the race. Loving the race. Come join in now. Game week 7. You will pass for us, no problem.
Well done, that's made me chuckle.
How do I send you my team?
I thought you said she sent it already, didn't you?
No, Happy Amarettas. That's Amani.
Oh, sorry. Oh.
Amani's the Leeds fan. Happy Amaret's the West Ham fan.
Okay.
If you got WhatsApp,
she can send it to me, or she can send it to you, unless she's already got you.
Send it to yours. Put your Twitter. Do you have Twitter, Amani? I'm not sure if Amani's got Twitter, Liam.
Well, whatever social media platform, just let me know. I'll put it mine in the chat.
Harmony,
Amani, I don't know if she does my bum. I don't know if she does social media or not. Yeah, send it from my email address, Amani, disabledteam@yahoo.com, and I'll see if I can upload it while we just. Well, I'll keep Russell.
I bet she's got Ben White in the team.
You should put soccer in the title. JK. Much respect. Sorry, arrival.
I'll tell you what it is. It's the time zone. It's because, like, at this moment in time, a lot of people do watch fantasy football in England around this time because it's. I mean, not this week because it's a national break, but normally it's all the adults, isn't it? It's not kids who play. It's all the adults. So the only time they get to themselves is around this time. So.
I don't know what time it is in America. What time is it in America? Is it about 5? We're in front of them, aren't we? Or are we behind?
We are in front.
Yeah.
So it's 20 to 6, isn't it?
Yeah, 20 to 6. 20, and in Los Angeles, it's 20 to 3.
Yeah, because even their times, because America's so big, they even have different times across the whole country, don't they?
Yeah, it's a bit like Australia. It's same.
Guys, in England, our time's the same all the way from top to bottom. It must be quite weird for you guys to hear that, but it's 11 o'clock here. Well, what time? It's 20 to 11 here. It'll be 20 to 11 in Scotland as well.
Yeah.
No idea that on this fantasy football league thing. I'm one of you for the chat. Alison, you're always welcome. You know that, love. You're more than welcome here. Good evening, Alison. Messi all day because he's selflessness and best player, all-round player. He can do anything. Messi CR7 pair. None of them come near Thomas Brolin.
Less said about that. TD5, mate. He always goes, doesn't it? TD5, we always want you to stay longer, but he comes in, says his eyes, and he's gone.
Yeah, he probably got school tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a shame.
US. Jesse Marsh is by Miami.
Good to have the old Leeds contingent. Hopefully from America, that'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ronaldinho
was always a gift to watch. Oh, sorry, Ronaldinho was always a gift to watch. Yeah, I agree. I like Ronaldinho.
What he did with football is nobody's business. He was a magician.
Great team. He was part of the. He was just before that. The real amazing Barcelona team. He was
before,
just near the end when that first started. But he was brilliant. Yeah.
She don't do social media, and I don't blame her. To be fair,
it's some of the best things ever. That's be fair.
She don't do social media. So what I'm gonna do is if you see you haven't got control of comments, have you?
Can't you write in
comments for me while I just do something for Amani?
Yeah, we could do. Where are you? You are you. 4:40. Lots of people getting off work now. Yeah, that's very true. All right, off to bed now. See you lads. See you later, TD5. Hopefully you've enjoyed these short interactions, but yeah, I hope you have a nice sleep, mate. Who has the accent, English or USA?
Well, you guys will have the accent to us, and we'll have the accents to you. But I have a massive weakness for American accents. I've been to America, and I love the American accent. So if I can pick an accent of everyone wherever I've been, the American one's my favourite.
I've always wanted to go to America.
Such a amazing.
Alison, it takes 5 hours to go east to West USA. It only takes 6 hours from Dublin to New York. That's weird how the world works. Good night to you. Hammerhead, Stu Lee, hope you're well. You legends.
Hello, Hammerhead.
Hello, Hammerhead. Russell. Well, I've got school tomorrow, Russell. I don't feel like walking around school like a teabag tomorrow. That was very true, TD5.
Teabag, isn't that what you do in Halo when you're on top of Americans?
It happens. I mean, Halo's going down. It's Call of Duty now.
Everyone hates teabags in Call of Duty, don't they?
It's any game now, isn't it? Yeah. I'm at HH. See you all. See you later, TD5. Broski. Hi, Hammerhead.
Hiya, Broski. Hope you're doing well, Hammerhead. Amani, look, check your email address. Check your emails. I've just sent you an email.
Also, while we're kind of going for the comments, if anyone wants to talk to us, I know you got the Americans, they're speaking about their own fantasy football, but the English soccer fantasy football. If anyone wants to tell us what they're thinking for next game week, and just in general, let us know in the comments as well. So,
see, I'm having a bit of an iffy period now because I'm thinking Song's had the fiery start. Is he going to keep the momentum going? Is that hat trick the start of the fire?
Well, traditionally, what happens is they'll have a massive spurt and not do anything. So I'm not going to sign him. So he won't do it. It's very rare has a huge spurt unless you're Haaland and then they repeat it. And I think Spurs have got Arsenal next. That's a tough game.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just going to share a screen with you. This is my wild card at the moment. So, all right, off to bed now. Who has the accent? English or USA? Bloody hell, you can argue for both, mate. You can argue for both. Silla says my accent's awful. She's a southerner. It takes 5 hours to go east. You've read that one, haven't you?
Yeah, I've caught up with all the chat.
Yeah, I think we're done on the chat.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, guys.
If that's all right.
Right, so this is my my wild card at the moment.
Could you just make it? Oh, you're making it big.
Oh, that's better. That's so much better.
The reason why I've gone for that Gota is it's got really good fixtures right up to the new year. There's only 2 games, and I think it's Liverpool and Chelsea. I think it's got in the running all the way from now till Christmas. And like you said, Russell, we get a wild card in World Cup, don't we?
Stu, can I just quickly say before you go into this, mate? Looking at your team, I think someone's been watching the Fantasy Football Scout.
It's getting cold out now.
We know. I think Stu's taking in a lot of information, and I like it because at the start of the thing he wasn't.
No, I haven't watched any Fantasy Football Scout today.
No, not today. But you were definitely picking up the tips. I like it.
Yeah, of course I am. Yeah, of course I am. Yeah.
You're definitely picking up tips.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I watch it, because I want to take this section of fantasy football a bit further. Do you see what I mean?
No, it's good. As soon as I saw it, though, there's players you got, I thought he's definitely been watching. Yeah, because we all do it. We all take bits off each other, and I watch it as well for advice. Okay,
the only player I did struggle with was Sinisterra. I didn't want to take him out of my team.
Okay, then. So start from sorry, mate. You was on what Guaita? So
yeah, he's got really good running up to New Year. Patterson, unfortunately, I think Patterson's injured now, isn't he?
Yeah, you'll have to change him.
Yeah, I had Cancelo originally, not picking Cancelo out, never. I went for Tedosky because him and Connor Cody have got the best defensive partnership in Premier League, apparently. I went for Martinelli because I already had him. Andreas, I already had him. I went for Maddison because obviously despite Leicester playing really poorly, he's still putting in a shift.
Is this 3-4-3 you're playing, Stu, as well?
I'm going to be playing 3-4-3, yeah.
Okay.
And I've gone for 3 prime players in Kane, Haaland, and Mitrovic up top.
That is a cracking front 3, if I say so myself. I think, I think the top 3 outside of Haaland and Kane have to be Mitrovic, Isaac, and Tony. I would say Gabriel Jesus, but he's got a really shaky couple of games. So I think it's between Mitrovic, Tony, and Isaac. I personally believe, anyway. I don't know if Russell believes that as well.
McAllister, we're going to look at your team as well for next week. So we'll get back into the comments because obviously we're used to not many comments coming through, but we'll dip in and out of what we're saying on the screen to you guys.
So what's the record for that team then, Russell?
Well, there's a few things straight away I'm a bit worried about you, mate. One is Pope and Guaita. Pick one, get rid of the other. I don't have that much money tied up in that much keeper. So I don't. If you're going to keep Guaita, drop Pope.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and I'll get a cheaper one in.
Yeah, save money.
Well, I want because I've already got 0.7 million left.
The only other thing I'm worried about with you is midfield. You haven't got any premium. I know you put it into Kane, but you haven't got any Salah, De Bruyne, Son. Are you happy not having a premium midfielder?
I could sort that out. This is why I'm glad that the wild card goes right the way through.
Yeah.
To a couple over a week, so I've got time to play with it. This is why I said to you earlier on, Russell, that I've got it sorted now. I'm not stressed out because I know exactly what I'm going to do.
You got 0.7 as well in the bank, which is good. It'd be interesting if we do one next week, just before the next fixtures. If we do or not, it'd be interesting to see how much your team has changed from what you've got here.
Yep.
In general,
well, I'm definitely going to play right. Guaita, Cancelo, James, the Kane and Haaland are definitely my keepers. Definitely the mainstays in team.
I would keep Trippier as well, just because Trippier seems to be doing very well for Newcastle.
It'll be. I mean, Zaha, I can see why you're doing that. Fixture's good. Madison, if I could get to Madison, I'd have him, but I can't because I had to risk my wild card a bit earlier. If I was on a wild card this week, I'd definitely have Madison because Leicester. I keep saying this. I am convinced Leicester will move up the table. I think they're too good going forward to be where they are. So I think Madison's going to be in the thick of it. Kane, yeah. And the good thing is you haven't. I mean, your Man City and Arsenal players are quite good. You can probably get rid of those quite quick. You're not like me where I'm going to have to shed them week per week. You could probably roll a few transfers and you can get rid of one.
To be fair, my back three, if I stick with this team, will be James, Cancelo, and Trippier. But when I need to drop a Man City player, I'll put Tazowski in for Cancelo.
Okay.
And I will drop Haaland and put in. Then I'd have to change my formation a bit more.
I'm surprised though you got 2 Everton at the back. We did. I mean, you're going to have to move Patterson, but I'm surprised that you did have
Tarkowski and Patterson.
Yeah.
Were those just for money?
Yeah, Patterson was, yeah. Because
I would say just to free up a bit of money.
I will give it a save for some money by getting rid of Pope, bringing in a £4 million keeper or something.
Yeah. I mean, you would with what you've got, 0.7. I think you could have still quite a bit. I'll be honest with you. I am a little envious looking at parts of your team because there's players I really want in that team, but I'm just gonna have to hope they don't perform.
Look, here we go again. Look, we're supposed to be teammates. We're supposed to be up with me and you.
Not in fantasy football. This is we're teammates of the Joe.
You're on your own in fantasy football.
Yeah, this is the Hunger Games, mate.
See what I mean? Look, guys, it's leaving me on my own again. I don't believe it. Anyway, there's no special free hits or coming up. What you haven't told me about is the Russell.
No, I'll tell you, mate. Don't worry about that. I'll tell you after the deadline.
Yeah. We've got quite a few comments. Jeez,
yeah, I was say, Stu. Very good, Stu. We'll see how it looks next week if we do one, but I'll drop into the comments, man, because you've got tons come through. They're going crazy in the comments tonight.
And then I did have another one. It was it was this one.
Okay.
Right, this was my team. This is going to be my before.
Hey, Stu, do you remember when you said to me, "Oh, Russell has like 1 million photos of his teams"? I think I've already seen 4 from you already in 10 minutes.
Well, I told you I'm taking it serious.
You are. You're becoming another Russell.
I don't know what
I don't want to think about that. I mean, it's up to them, isn't it?
Yeah. So that was my current team. That what I played. Now that's my that was my wild card going to be added. I had Ward and Meslier in goal. I had Trippier, James, Cancelo, Nico Williams, Patterson, Martinelli, Madison, Salah, Zaha, Andreas, Tony, Mitrovic, and Haaland.
Could you just make that screen bigger, mate? I can't see the you've got 2 pictures each side. I can't see. That's better.
So is this what the before and after?
That's the team. What I that were my points when I got my points. That was my game week 18. This was a block up when this was before I committed to my wild card.
28 points is a very, very big cost, so I can understand why you did that.
Yes, so that's and I always planned on using my wild card about now.
Yeah, I think this is the best time because, as Russell said, and I think everyone in chat can agree, international break is the worst time for injuries. It's a really bad, unless you've got someone like Haaland who is not in the World Cup and has very average Nation League games. I think you can be safe because obviously not every single team's qualified for the World Cup. But international break is the worst possible time for fantasy players, and it causes the most stress. So I think it's the best time to use it all around this time.
Well, me and Liam I had to use mine last week because I only had 7 players, and you already used yours the week before, so it rolled over.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
which I'm kind of happy about. I got an extra week out of it. Hallelujah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but if I had my way, I'd have probably done it this week as well. But
yeah,
it is what it is now.
It is what it is.
Do you want me to go through some of these comments before?
Yeah, you better get cracking, mate, and then we'll look through Lee's team, and then we'll look through
We got
Happy
we
I'm
got Freeze.
Harmonies
Yeah.
and McAllister's. So yeah.
Right, where were we? Right, here we are. Right. I got school tomorrow. Russell, I don't feel like walking around school like a tea bag in the morning. Nope, don't blame you. I don't, everyone's saying hello to each other. Howdy, partner. Yeah. I won't be picking any West Ham.
Why not? West Ham
Because
West Ham. Well, we'll see Happy's team. West Ham players are good to pick now. Good
No,
fixtures.
they're not.
They are. They've got good fixtures from now on.
Yeah, I don't care if they've got good fixtures or not, mate. They're not. Honestly, they're not.
Well, I'm keeping Moyes.
They're wanting Moyes out. That's how bad it's getting.
I think they'll come. I think they'll pick up fantasy points.
I've sent my team for next week too, lads. Have you got it, Liam?
Yeah, I've sent it him. He's also gave me another message, but I'll put that with the WhatsApp message. So
Right,
I've got stuff.
Russell out, Pac-Man in next week.
Is that Paqueta? Is that Pac-Man?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I think he'll come good. I'm convinced he'll.
You know what? For 6 million, I think you said this earlier. For 6 million, you can't complain.
No, I think he'll. I'm happy to take a punt.
He's only going to improve. That's the way I see it.
Right. Why did Leeds fans dislike Marsh before he even managed one game? No, right. No, I don't think people. It wasn't the matter of people disliking Marsh. It was a shock of people having to lose Bielsa and that style of football, what he played. I think that was the word. He gave us three and a half seasons of really good football. Did Bielsa?
Entertaining football, wasn't
it? Let Bielsa go. Football moves on. It's not coming back to your club. I answered nothing about Bielsa.
I think he's just saying it in general.
He's just having a little ramble.
Yeah.
Leeds are far better this season for sure.
We'll see.
We'll see. It's still that shaky. It's still the shaky. It's up to Christmas. I think that's when we're going to realise who's going to be where in the table, roughly about.
Well, do you know what? All these Leeds fans who were really gutted that the games have been postponed, they're lying to you because they're secretly happy that they didn't have to play like some Man United because they knew what were coming.
I was happy because we get our injuries back. That's what I was talking about.
Yep. Fans who dislike Marsh can't give an actual reason why he's a fan manager. It is clear they just wish Bielsa was still here.
No, I was happy when Bielsa went because I think he had to go. I think he was too.
Yes, something had to change. Something had to change, and this is part of the show what I've got coming up tomorrow with West Ham special. West Ham fans, we've been in the same situation. The West Ham fans are saying that Moyes given 2 best years in getting them into back-to-back Europe competition, but you've got to sometimes see the bigger picture.
Aren't you a bit above talking? I mean, why do you talk about a bottom 3 club right now? Surely, why do a show on that? You should.
I'm loving it. Oh, Russell's already getting the violins. He's already getting the violins ready.
Don't lower yourself, Stu. Don't lower yourself.
This is smart.
He's trying to push all on my bloody. He's trying to. Russell, we want to keep people watching, not bloody kick them off the channel. You know what I mean? Like Mash is a div, but he is our div. Let Bielsa go rant, dude. Anyway, Marsh has brought back dirty Leeds. Remember, like when everybody said, "Surely we must be happy now that no one likes you again." Everyone loves Leeds. We are at their dirty secret. I am not saying that Marsh is good. That's up to every individual make their opinion. But what I'm saying is, it seems like people dislike Marsh because he's the manager after Bielsa.
I'm a bit confused. Is he having a conversation with himself? Because we haven't spoke about Leeds.
You know what? I think he's just trying to get it out there.
Look, if he wants to get it out there,
get it out.
Get it out there because
that's all I want.
Every comment will be read, every comment will be respected, and that's how it is on his channel. Lee says, I agree, I like him, to be fair. I will like him more when he gallops down the lane on a red pony. Bro has scored in his
Yeah, I think he's laughing at you. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Leeds fan. I've got Ward as well. I'm actually going to go for Ward next week because I just think between him and Leno, that's who I have to pick. I actually think Ward has a better chance against Forest keeping a clean sheet.
I think he does. I think, you know...
He probably won't, but I'm going to have a pop at it this week.
I know, just that, but you've also got to think, what's your other goalkeeper got?
Newcastle.
That's what I mean. When it comes to fantasy football, it's not just about, this person's a better player on paper. It all comes about who your other goalkeeper is coming across. If your goalkeeper is coming across a Man City and the other one's coming across a Bournemouth, you're obviously going to start the Bournemouth one instead of the Man City opponent because Man City are scoring goals for fun.
Don't get me wrong. Laughing at us having Ward, I completely understand. But I'm going to have a punt on him anyway for this 1 week.
Not just that, it's a cheap option. He's guaranteed game time.
He's going to be my bench option. He's not
He's going to get game time as well, though, because he's Leicester's goalkeeper. And Leicester haven't got a substitute goalkeeper. Well, I think they do, but they don't have like a well-known one. So he's going to get all the game points as well. So he's a guaranteed 2 points a week. Guaranteed.
I do think they'll do better than what they've done, though. They have surprised me how bad they are.
Let me finish some comments. Right, I like his attitude. Love how he's got. I like his attitude. Love how he's got attitude. Is that Marsh is talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
And he claims to be the expert. A man is fired back with expert. Marsh, I'm getting a red card for you. Brentford was stupid for me. All the managers of the traditional top six, like Klopp and Pep, do it, but they don't get red cards to two teams biased again. Yeah, I agree with that. I think the top. You see, the Premier League like to keep the top six in the top six.
Oh, they are. Yeah.
They don't want anyone else to go in and destroy.
Going from a top six fan, I completely agree with that.
When Leicester did that free win of the Premier League, the only people who didn't like it were FA. We also got good fixtures. That's Bielsa's style of football, lads. We were losing 7-0, and it wasn't great football towards the end. Of football was shocking at the end. Hiya, expat Paul, mate. How you doing?
Hi, Paul.
Bielsa Paul determined at the end in the last season. It was nowhere to be seen. You can't take the facts. See, I didn't say.
I like it. He has like he's quite funny. He's having like an argument with himself. I mean,
look, you know, he's come on. He said his piece. I hope he can go to bed and sleep a bit easier. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of what he's saying I actually kind of agree with, to be honest with you. So
just need to stay on for us to answer that, Crail.
I think Happy couldn't. I think my comment tipped Happy over the edge. See, like, I mean, she's still here. I know Happy's still here.
Right, anyway,
she loves it.
I like this one. Marsh will be gone soon, and Casper Ormond will take over after the Denmark win the World Cup. Happy times ahead. Right. Now,
let's get back to fantasy.
Right, I want to get Lee's team up, and this is why I want to get Lee's team up. Is everybody ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Whoa, 72.
Oh, very smart, very nice. I mean, wow, this is almost at McAllister's level by the looks of it.
Yep,
yes.
It Lee's done very, very well with his team, and I'm so proud of him for picking it. It took him up. It took us over. It took us a day to do it. A full day to do it. Honest to God. Ages.
So, is Lee going to challenge his team, or does Stu?
Yeah. Who have you got in that, Lee?
Nick Pope.
How many points did he get you?
2.
Who have you got in defence? You've got
Williams.
How many points did he get you?
1.
Next player. After
Trippier.
How many points?
1, 2,
5.
5.
Next to him, you've got Patter.
Patterson.
You got your
1.
6.
Oh, 6.
There, look, 6 points out. Can you see it now? Is that better?
Yeah.
Right. Cancelo got you 9.
9.
De Bruyne got you.
10.
Andreas got you.
1.
Martinelli got you.
3.
Isaac got you.
9.
Captain Kane got you.
20.
And Erling Haaland got you.
6.
Well done, Lily. And he even got points on his bench, by the
Oh,
way.
look at Suf. Oh, I thought Sufal got more.
Iverson, he didn't get anything because he didn't play. Sufal got you.
2.
Paqueta got you.
2.
And Gordon got you.
2.
And it gives you a total point of
22 points.
72
Well,
points.
Well done.
That's
That was good.
big.
That was a wild card, wasn't it? Wild card pick.
Yeah, that was his wildcard pick. Yeah, that's what took us so long. Now, I've got something else to show everybody as well. I'm just going to stop sharing screen. This is right, and this is Russell when he saw that team.
Oh, we can't. Oh,
How do I
Oh.
put that in front of everything else?
Oh, I can see what he's done.
you drag it up. You drag it up to the top.
That's
I
funny.
think.
But I think I saw that. I think it was a bit of steam, weren't it?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Right, well, that's Russell with steam coming out of his ears after when he saw Lee's team.
It is a bit annoying when someone does a wild card better than you.
Yeah, but I mean, just look at me, Russell. There you go. You can enjoy that.
Why, Stuart, Lee? Why can't you be like your brother Liam? He never does well on it.
Well done, Lee. You know what, Lee? I think Captain Kane instead of Holland was your best choice there. To be fair, 20 points. I mean, that alone got you more points than me alone without the Kane points. Same with the Kane, you just.
Biggest points I got in the season.
Biggest points so far this season.
It's good. It's good.
And are you happy with that team, Lee?
I think that was
Another
my most
question quickly, because I really want to make sure we don't neglect the guys who've made the effort to send the pictures and go through their teams and what.
Yeah, we will. We'll be doing that.
Lee, what are you thinking of changing for next week? Because I did notice you had Patterson in your
Yes,
team. What you changing formation? Is there any transfers you're thinking before we go on to the next bit?
You could go 3 at the back, Lee. Put 4 in midfield. Put either Sufel or Paqueta in midfield, or Gordon, or you use the transfer up.
I'll probably put Sufal.
Okay.
Sufel in midfield.
Doesn't Sufal play as a defender?
He's
Am I-
defender, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could put Paqueta or Gordon in. Or do
I
you want to make a transfer, or are you going to think?
think would be a good thing. I think a thing would be a good thing.
But yeah, I was so proud when he got them points.
Good.
Yeah,
It's
Do
really-
you know what it was, though? He didn't even tell me. He didn't come down and tell me. I had to find out for myself.
Right, it's good. It's good that you're both getting into it this much. It's very good. It's rewarding to watch. To be honest, it's good.
Wish I could say the same. Wish I could say the same.
Well, I always said that Liam, right? That Lee had the brains. You had
Oh,
the
he
brains.
does. He does.
Lee's got the brains.
You ask Lee about a fixture in the Premier League, and he'll give you a scoreline. 99% it's true, and he'll give you the first goal scorer on top.
Well, if you can do all that, he'll be a nightmare in the prediction show, and he should be a nightmare in fantasy football because all of it's about preempting and trying to figure out where they can. So if you've got a mind for it, you can usually do quite well.
Yeah, Lee's got special abilities. He knows how to work out numbers. He can ride a bike. He can before Liam could, and Liam's older, and he knows how to swim, whereas Liam doesn't.
Yeah, why not? Sure.
Yeah, Lee does have the cat in the background, so he has got the.
I don't know where the cat's gone.
He did have the cat. somewhere.
The cat's,
What?
yeah.
Well, I'll tell you
Liam's
what
the
do.
technical advisor for me. He does on my technical side for me.
What I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to
do
comment.
is because we're at the halfway point, and we're going to now move on to the guys in the comments.
Yes.
I'm quickly going to grab a cup of tea while you go through the comments and have a quick chat. I'll be about 5 minutes, and then we're going to be looking at Happy, Harmonies. Is it Harmonet? And then also McAllister, I think. and then we'll look at their team.
I don't know if Amani sent hers through to me, but I'll have a look.
Okay, I'll be about 5 minutes, so won't be long.
You love it, Happy. Lee, you got the muscles from Happy a minute. Happy a minute, you got her a seal of approval. She's happy for you, Lee. Yeah. Russell's going to cry now in sync. Just enough to buy some new oil, Titch. 54. Look at him. Look at him, the robot. 54 points. Well done, mate. Well done, Lee. What do you say?
Thank you.
Well done, Lee. And I'm so proud of you, Lee. The man says she's so proud of you. She always is, isn't she? Everybody is you. Don't tell him anything. Don't tell him. Just so we slowest right back in the league. Jim, you shouldn't converse with Lee before the predictions. You should converse with Lee before the predictions. I know, but I know.
You know what? I think it would. I like it as a surprise. You know, I like how people show us the points as we're watching them live, because I think it gives us a better reaction than we do before the live stream.
Right, so from your end, can you put McAllister's on screen from your end, or do you need to send it to me?
I've already sent it to you.
Through
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Right, while we're waiting for Russell to come back, I'm going to quickly go on his WhatsApp, download the images of McAllister's. I want to put Happy's up next as well. I've got Happy's. I've done Happy's a nice one too. So
Hello.
Here we go.
Hello, Leo. What? Oh. Hello, Leo. Hello.
Right, here we go. Right, I'm just gonna get McAllister's downloaded. Everybody.
Hermione, I have a question for you both. Are you going to make any transfers, or are you happy with the team you've got this week? Well, not this week. I mean, for next fixture, which is next week, I believe. So the first one I sent you is the points he's got this week, and the second one I've sent you is his team for next week. And he said, don't worry about the captains and the vice captain, because he hasn't purposely picked them. So.
Hermione, have you sent me? Are you sending me yours, or do you want to do it for next week? And I'll send it through my email address, and I'll do it that way. Let's just see if Hermione has sent me anything. Let's have a look. Brilliant, Hermione. I've got yours. Love, as well. So when Russell's back, I'll be able to put yours on screen too. So I've got yours, Hermione, love. Perfect. Thank you very much. So how many? No, that's mine. Took it back to mine. I thought I had Hermione's, and I haven't. It's gone to mine. Why has it done that? No, it's gone back to mine. It's gone back to mine. So, Amani, love, you're going to have to tell me your points and stuff, and I'll make sure that they get read out. Don't you worry, I'll make sure they get read out. But yeah, the plan is with this fantasy football show. I do want to take it a bit further if you'd like that to happen. We're going to do one on. I'm planning to do a Saturday morning show, Liam.
Yeah, a Saturday morning
with player injuries.
I think that'd be very good for the fantasy side. I think Lee, even though he's not there now, Lee knows injuries before anybody else. Lee's got an incredible amount of sources at his fingertips. You know, I'm shocked at how knowledgeable Lee is when it comes to injuries, when it comes to suspension, when it comes to anything football. You know, you could talk to Lee about the under-21s, and he'll tell you about who scored for, like, for example, Leeds. I know he watches them all, but he'll tell you who's done well on the 21s. You know, and I think Lee himself, I think he's just football mad. You know, it reminds me a bit like Ty from Arsenal Fan TV a bit, where he'll watch anything to do with the football club. Like with Lee, he'll watch anything to do with Leeds.
When Lee gets his he's already got his license now. He just needs to pass his test. That were a struggle in itself. But Lee will go to under 21s.
That's what I mean. I can see. That's what I mean. I can see Lee becoming a very, very knowledgeable person when it comes to the under 21s and Leeds United in general, and not just Leeds United, the whole Premier League. As I said, he's got millions and millions of sources at his fingertips.
Here we go. Right, Amani tried sending me it, but it didn't come through. Russell.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, can you write in the comments? Or
What I'll do now is I will put up Happy Amaret. Oh no, I'll tell you what. Let's go McAllister's because that's the easiest one to get to.
Let's do McAllister. McAllister was the first guy in the comments, and he's died to show off. So
yes, it's been waiting a long time as well. It's been waiting a good hour and 15. So McAllister, here we go.
Let's shower him with the lovely ones.
With the success.
He's gonna. This is his
morning,
moment.
Darren.
Morning, Darren.
Hello, Darren.
Darren tried sending me pictures of his fantasy football team, but you couldn't see the images because he took it off of a television screen and it were all blurry.
Oh, it's a shame. If you've got the fantasy football app, that's how you get the best picture, I find.
Right, so I'm going to share screen. So this is McAllister's, and then we'll go to...
Is McAllister still here? Is he actually in the comments still? He's still here, McAllister.
McAllister.
He hasn't left.
I hope so.
This is McAllister's team. He got
78.
He used his free hit chip low.
He went free hit, didn't he? Okay.
He did choose his free hit.
So what's he got? Who's he got in them?
He's got Pope in net.
Can you zoom in a bit?
Cancelo, Perisic, Kulusevski, Martinelli, Song. He had Son in his team.
Oh, I knew he was going to have Son, man. I knew.
Yeah, I think Son. Imagine if you had Kane and Son in your team this week. Whoa, the points.
I mean, if you look at his midfield, and then if you count out Martinelli, that's what you need. Every player picking up 5-6 points, and you just rack up a score. See, look at that. Everyone there has virtually got an assist or a goal.
Yeah.
That's really good points.
That's great.
Look at his defence again.
I think it will Cancelo, Trippier and Perisic, yeah.
So Perisic even got an assist, didn't he? But obviously he got a yellow card and then this.
Yeah, which took away the points. Perisic is a very good pick. I think a lot of people have underestimated Perisic this year, especially when he's playing wing back, because his normal position, and he's been playing for Bayern Munich and Inter Milan this entire over the past week, he's been playing as a left mid / left winger. So Conte obviously has gone with a 3-5-2, so he plays him as a wing back, and he loves getting up that field. You know, so I think he's a definite good pick if you got the money and you're struggling to get a defender. I would say he would be a very good pickup.
Personally, I'm shying away from Perisic because I'll tell you why. I would counter that is I'm worried about he can be explosive.
Yes.
But I'm worried that between Champions League, he's one of these players you probably can't catch at the right time, in the right moment. Yeah. I've not signed him once, and it's just the minutes, and they've got so many fullbacks at Spurs. It's rotating the minutes I'm worried about.
Yeah, well, I think it's Conte's main man. I believe that because Conte.
I think what he does with his defence is he rotates them to keep them fresh, to keep them all on the toes, and that's how you should do it. That's why you have a big squad in depth so you can rotate. We see.
I think that's it.
We haven't got, but Leeds haven't got. Leeds haven't. No. Man City have got it in spades. Leeds haven't, I'm afraid, and it's catching us out. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and so Forest have got rotations as well.
One thing I want to ask McAllister is, what was you cacking yourself with Son? Obviously, before he got brought on, then got his haul, you must have been really worried. I refuse to believe you weren't. And Is there anyone in this team that you're keeping for your main team after you? We're going to see that after, aren't we? Because I've been intrigued to see if he keeps Bernardo. But he couldn't have been that confident with 30 minutes to go with Spurs.
Well, his bench has got NSC, Vestergaard, Soufal, and Pereira.
But we're going to look at his team. He sent another picture of his team.
He has sent a second picture. And the thing with the second picture is he said, don't worry about his captains and vice captains because he's changed them. So you don't have to worry about that.
Darren, if you want to put your team in the comments, I know you can't send a picture, but you can still write your team in the comments. We can look at that.
Yeah, we could do.
Really, McAllister, he was that confident. Wow, he's more brave than me because I had Son and I got rid of him. So
Well,
that's what happens if you take the risk, I guess.
I'm gonna stick. Right. So this is the team. Right. So this is the team he's gonna go with this time round. Right. I'm gonna share screen.
So this is reverted to his team he had before the 3 hit, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Right. Are you ready? Share screen. Right. That one it is. Share screen. I'm gonna zoom in now as well, guys. So he's got Goethe in net, which is, I think, is a good choice. James Cancelo, Justin Trippier.
Oh, he's got Justin. That's interesting.
I like that. I like his next fixture at home.
Yeah, I think he might do well against. As Russell said earlier, Leicester should pull in a performance against Forest. I don't see why they won't.
Leicester haven't got a problem going forward. They've got a problem defending set pieces. They can't do it. I mean, they've brought in a new defensive set piece coach. I think it was last week. So I picked that up for one of the things I watched as well. Martinelli, Salah, Madison, and Zaha. It was midfield. That ain't a bad midfield.
That's a great midfield. I think with the money he's got in that midfield and his strike force, he's done pretty well. And
then up top, he's got James and he's got Jesus and Haaland.
Who's on the bench?
He's got Iverson, Stroik, Greenwood, and Andreas.
So just a few. I mean, you can definitely tell he plays fantasy football because he's got his team prepped. He says, "I've got a wild card for this time." So I don't know if you can use your wild card straight after a chip being used. Can you? Am I being thick here?
I think you might be able to.
Really? For some reason, I had in my head if you use the chip.
I think it's because he used his chip before. I don't know if you did something, McAllister. I'm pretty sure he said you used your chip before the weekend suspension, and then he played. Obviously, it carried over.
I think it might be me being thick, but for some reason, after this, there is sometimes you can't use one straight after another. But
Russell didn't want you to put up your team up, McAllister.
What's that?
Brother Titch. Russell.
I've already put my team up, Anna.
No, you want to put McAllister's.
Can you just put his team back up again? Because I just want to critique it. I want to give it a Russell critiquing. Because a few things I just want to ask him about it, actually.
I'm just happy Titch doesn't have his, because I don't think we've got enough time in our lives for him. If Titch had his up.
Right, there you go.
So let's have a look. We've got... Okay, what was I thinking?
I think he's just a good all around.
Couple of things. I know why you've got Greater and Zaha. Are you happy with Chelsea home? Because I think that's a tough game. Are you keeping 4 at the back? Are you going to go to 3-4-3? Do you still have a wild card? I couldn't figure out in your comments if you had a wild card still to use, because you said I've got 4 wild card this time. Does that mean you've got a wild card?
He's got a wild card for this time, yeah.
Oh, he's got a wild card. So this team. I don't know if is it worth wild carding this team? I'd probably hold it until 12-13.
Yeah.
So
that's a bit difficult, isn't it?
See, the thing is, I see a lot of players. It's a lot of teams, as you can see. You got Madison and Zaha. The only thing that the Palace is the first fixture this week, Chelsea. I think
it's really tough. I think it's going to be very, especially with Graham Potter now. He's had his. He'll have a couple. I mean, Swiss has had a couple of weeks in National Britain count, but I think Graham Potter's hopefully going to do his magic, what he does at previous clubs, and I kind of feel like Chelsea might be setting off to become a top team. I know they are a top 6 team, not saying they aren't, but I think they might be battling back up there after that dodgy start of the season.
Yeah,
Right,
I think
well,
Chelsea are always going to be good. They're just a good team, aren't they? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna, Darren. I'm gonna try and put yours up and see if we can make it out for you.
Well, here we got. We still got. That's good
I've
actually.
got Abby to do next. Abby's
Well
step
done,
up.
McAllister, on your 78 points. I think he's the
Yep,
top points.
congratulations, mate. Well done.
Top points of the
I'm not
week.
picking on anyone. We're all friends here. We are.
But I
You're in
wouldn't
no
wild
position
card
to
you.
critique- Hang on a minute. I'm a brother Titch sent you a message, Russell.
We don't know who's got the most points. I might still have the most points here, though. He's had a good week, but I don't know if he's overall ahead of me. So
Don't tell him anything, McAllister.
yeah, he
He's
thinks I'm
get
trying to.
off the
I've
rail.
used my wild card. There's nothing I can't do. I can't change my team with his advice. I've used my wild card.
Right. Well, look. Well done, McAllister, and we're proud to put it up. Right. He doesn't mean well done, Mac. He means grrr.
He's too suspicious of me, Titch. He's too suspicious of me. Look at his face. Innocent.
Right. What I'm going to do now is I am going to show you Happy Amarettes. And Happy Amarette, love, I hope you like the image I've put up of you. I know you don't like being on camera, so I've done this for you. I hope you don't mind.
I hope she's still in. I hope you're still in, Happy.
I've done this image for her because I know she don't like an image being used on camera. So,
Right, let's have a look at Happy. Is she still here? Happy, is she lurking? I bet she's lurking. She's lurking.
there you go. What do you reckon of that for her image for her?
Let's have a look. What's that? What is that? It's kind of like
It's the angel of. It's that angel. It's the Willow collection.
What's she holding there? Is that a dog? Is it?
Yeah, that's a dog.
Oh, she.
Yeah, well, I've always fancied collecting them, but Scylla says I've got enough junk, so she won't let me.
So, Happy, you still in the comments? Are you still lurking? Are you listening? Are you falling asleep?
Russell lost to a Big Mac. If you want any tips, I take beer as payment, laugh out loud.
56.
Points.
56. A bit of beer pipe, yeah. I don't drink really, so cup of tea for me. I don't even know if she's still here. Happy, let us know. Are you still here? We'll go for a team anyway, Stu. We'll look for her anyway if she's here.
Right. So she had Pope in net, which seems to be with the way everyone seems to be went. He got 2 points. Gabrielle got 6. Trippier were a vice captain. She got 5 points. Matt Cancelo got 9. Kilman, she had Kilman in the team.
Liam, do you see how her Wolves player doesn't have a big fat red sign?
And you funny you mentioned that. Yes, I see it. Lordy Lord.
Andreas had 1 point. Gerard Bowen, I don't know what's happened to that guy.
I'll keep him though. I'll definitely keep him.
I think you have to keep.
Bowen were a captain. She got 20 points for that.
Good choice.
That's a big captain.
Yeah. Brave choice. That's a brave choice. De Bruyne.
She had Mitrovic, Jesus, and Tony.
So no Kane. That's I think me and Russell have talked about this in previous weeks, but that's a very bold choice not having one of those two in your
exactly.
Your strikers.
On the bench, she hadn't done too bad on the bench. She, obviously, Alisson, Harrison, and Alexander Arnold won't play him because the game's got called off. But she had Tillman on bench and he got a 7 point.
Great players, Tom. He's never going to get dropped. He's never going to get put on the bench. And he's a very creative midfielder. It's weird because I don't know if Russell thinks the same about this, but Tillman's isn't exactly I don't know what I think he's just a box to box. I wouldn't call him
He's an odd. I've never really owned him. He's one of these players because he's on penalties and he gets the odd spectacular goal. As a fantasy asset, I shy away from him because he's a bit like Ward Prowse. He'll get you like a big bunch of points and then won't do anything for like the next following 6 game weeks.
Yeah,
he's a very kind of hit or miss player. So, but it'd be interesting if Happy's here what she's thinking for next week because she's got a few options off the bench now and transfers and stuff. So,
Yes.
but 56,
Right,
56
can I
is
ask you a
good.
question, Russell?
Yeah.
Right, Harrison, Green, Harrison and Aronson, Leeds United players, Sinistera. Would you include them in your draft in your team?
All three or just one?
One or two of them. Would you include? If you were going to pick two, would you include which ones? Would you
If I was going
include?
to have two, I'd have Aronson and Sinistera.
Are they so? What about Bamford? Would you pick Bamford if you could?
Not yet, no.
No.
Not right now until we know he's playing consistently.
Injury prone. Again, this is no offense to any Leeds fans or anyone who's picked him. I just feel like Bamford, 7.3 million is is it 7.3 or around 7
I
million?
think so, yeah, 7.3.
It's a hefty fee for someone who's injury prone. You could go out and spend that on Paqueta for 6 million, and he's going to get some game time, and you get an extra million saved.
I mean, if Bamford can get over. If he's consistent, he's a very good option, but it's just whether he's consistent.
And it all comes down to how Leeds are going to play this season. Because I know I'm taking this off track a little bit, but the way Leeds are playing, they're not playing as if they need. It's as if there's no solid striker. It's like they're all rotating into that striking position, if that makes sense. Sometimes you see Aronson in there. Sometimes you see. I mean, Daniel James isn't there now, but sometimes you see Dan James there, or you see Sinistera there. You know what I mean? It's just constant rotation. It could possibly go back to Bamford being the sole striker. But
we've got Monto now, and he's been picked for Italy team, so it's going to
be. We talked about this on transfer deadline. Is he going to start? Is he going to be in the first team, or is he going to be in the 23?
It looks like it's going to be on bench because Leeds United know that they let a squad member go, so they've got to put him straight in.
I think they've got to show his face at least, as you said, even on the bench. But I still think Bamford.
I want to watch to see what he does against Italy, Italy against England, and I want to see if we think he can cut it. Now, obviously, Mancini speaks highly of him.
Yeah,
so that's something, I guess. What about you, Russell? Do you feel confident in Monto?
I do. I feel like he's a bench option. That's probably it's between him and Somerville if there's injuries to Harrison and Sinistera. So it'd be interesting to see if he jumps ahead of Somerville because in theory he's an Italy international, so he should be ahead of him. But Somerville's been there longer, so it'd be interesting. I don't think he'll start. I think he's just a bench player. And
don't forget, I still won't forget that just because he goes straight into first team doesn't delete that comment what Marsh said about him not being Premier League ready.
No, exactly. Yeah, we all know it's a desperate signing.
I think
someone. So.
Again, I'm sorry to take this away from fantasy football. But I feel like if he does start against England, it'll be a good test for him against Premier League proven players because the entire England team, they're Premier League players, aren't they? They might have, so it'll be a good test to see how he's like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to see what he can do against England.
That's if he does start, or he could start on the bench. I mean, he normally starts on the bench, I believe, with Mancini, and he brings him on. But who knows what Mancini's thinking?
I mean, but let me go through these last comments so I can catch up. Right, this is Darren's team. Ryan Tripp, Saliba, Kevin De Bruyne, Martinelli, Tony, Mitrovic, Haaland, Sanchez, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Neto, Grob, no chips played, 847k.
Weekly rating, 2.5 on the bank.
Yeah, he's doing well.
I think you've got a very good team there. 67 points as well this week, which is absolutely amazing to hear. It's always good to hear someone actually doing good, unlike me. But
so you got no chips, Darren? You got no chips? Are you going to use wild card in this week? Or?
I think that's the main talk point this week about fantasy football, wild cards. Who's going to play him and who's not going to play him? Because as you said, Russell,
A lot of people you said last week.
Wasn't it previous weeks where you said that they do come back after a certain day?
Yeah, you've got your wild card to use up to the World Cup, and then you've got unlimited transfers during the World Cup, and then you've got another wild card after the World Cup.
There you go. So,
right, can I just answer this question for them, Titch? Yeah, mate, it looks absolutely spot on, and thank you very much, brother. Much appreciated. She got tired of seeing your smug face, Russell. That must be happy, am I right? 7 points. Well done, Dazza. Well done. World ranking.
Well. Yeah, he must have been laughing because he's got Saliba. So
you know what? Saliba shocked me. Saliba shocked me, to be fair. And I know this might sound crazy from.
Saliba or Saliba?
Oh, Saliba, is it Saliba?
Saliba.
I think it's the real deal. I really do.
You know, he had a shaky start, didn't he, last season? Didn't he get loaned out last season to the French? He never. Arsenal signed him last summer. Didn't play a single game for him. Got loaned back to France. Came back, and he's absolutely smashed out of the park. I thought, you know, when players come from a foreign country or a different league, it normally takes him a couple of months to blend into the Premier League routine. You know, with the physical strength, the mental strength, with how big crowds are over here. But he's smashed it. I think he's shocked a lot of people, and I think from a fantasy point of view, he's your perfect player because he's pulling out goals from everywhere and he's getting clean sheets with Arsenal.
I mean, he's a cheaper option to Gabriel if you're going to have one.
He is as well. That's it.
I mean, I always shy away from central defenders because, and I probably make a mistake with this, but also I'll stick to what I do. I always go for fullbacks because usually fullbacks are on
more attacking.
Yeah, more attacking, crosses, goals. But this season so far, I have been punished by centre backs because the guy I'm against with the guy I'm against with my fantasy, he's got fucking Eric Dyer and he keeps coming up with these goals. But they're good. Central defenders are good from set pieces because they're usually on the end. Set pieces, corners, free kicks. So I do miss out on those points because I go more full-backs rather than centre backs.
I tell you, who might be a good centre back to get, and he's back on goal scoring thing. And I don't think it'll cost that much money. Craig Dawson.
Oh, really? Do you think?
You know what? Wasn't he the one who wanted to transfer away from West Ham in the summer because he wanted regular game time?
No, he wanted. Right, his excuse was he wanted to transfer away because he was travelling too far.
That's it. We're travelling too far. Sorry, I knew he wanted to leave, but I forgot what he said. But he's actually smashing it at West Ham. He's doing really well.
Right. Well, can I before we carry on? Can we just have a look at the league tables?
We can. I'll see why not.
I want us to.
Got plenty of time. Scroll.
Yeah. Give me a minute. Right. Here we go. Right. So at the top of the league, it's a guy called Strike My Coach, which is a brilliant name. Josh Underwood.
Oh wait, they're happy. He's just come in. I think.
All right. Hang on a minute. Right. Happy.
We can go back.
I think she's left. We went for a team and she's left.
Right. Happy. Don't worry, love. I'll get that sorted out. Here we go.
You can watch the replay.
Rich coming out tonight. Happy, it's just because he's losing. Don't listen to him. He's had a bad week.
Just watch the replay, love.
I hope you like your picture, Happy. I thought of this picture and I instantly thought of you. I know you don't like your real picture being put on camera, so I used that picture. I hope you like it. But let's
quickly on Tyrone Mings. I was looking at him. He did get a clean sheet.
It's insanely cheap. Insanely cheap. 4 million.
But he is 4.3. I think. I don't think he's 4. I just checked. He's 4.3. But he is.
He's still pennies compared to other players.
Yeah, Villa could have some good. Oh, Luca Dean's injured. I didn't realise Luca Dean's injured. Oh, right, okay.
She needed a break from you, Russell, according to
you love to see it.
Oh, sorry, chaps. Hammers French United, the expert is rubbish at this game.
I love it. I love the abuse. It's weird.
I didn't want to mute all of the others, just you, Russ. Well, yeah, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you what I will do. There we go. Say something, Liam.
Yeah.
Say something.
Oh,
There you go. I've muted him.
oh, you muted me. Oh, you muted me. How dare you?
You're back now.
You mute me.
You're welcome, Happy. You're welcome, love. You're welcome. Yeah, but you've got more points than the expert, Happy. I'd set that as a win-win. I really would. It's got more points than me, Russell.
Yeah, like 56 is okay. I mean, what did we say about a team? If we have to go through it again, what did we? Is this Happy's team? Is it?
Yeah. This is Happy's team. Yeah,
okay, so
with Angel and Dog.
Yeah, well, what Liam was about Haaland, Kane. I don't think you've even got Salah. What are you thinking? How many transfers you got, and what are you thinking for next week? What formation you're going to play? How many transfers you got? What are you thinking? Because, I mean, in one way, she's quite good that she hasn't. Well, she has got Man City and Arsenal, hasn't she? I presume
she's got two players, hasn't she? She's got Cancelo and De Bruyne. What she might have to do is roll the transfers to get the two.
Well, I don't figure out. I don't know if she got a wild card. Has she got a wild card to use?
I don't know how much money she's got either. Does she have a spare few mil or?
Well, I'll tell you one thing out of this team. I would be starting. Is her keeper Alisson? Is that your other keeper?
Yeah, that's her goalkeeper.
Okay, so let's look at who's Liverpool. You got Liverpool and Newcastle and Liverpool. I'll probably keep Alisson in goal. I'll bring Alexander off the bench. I'd keep Trippier, Cancelo.
Yeah.
Gabriella wouldn't start Kilman, so I'll just have three at the back. I'll be Trippier, Cancelo, Alexander Arnold. Bowen, I'll definitely be playing. De Bruyne, keep. Is it Mitrovic, Tony, and Jesus?
Yep.
That's a tough one. I'll probably bring Telsman off as well, Tielemans, because they got Forest at home. So you got some options there. But
would you swap Tillmans for Pereira, possibly?
Yeah.
Andres Pereira?
Yeah.
I'd keep Bowen on just because he could turn up at any time. We all know what Bowen's like. Last season, he had a great season. He could turn up any time this season and start smashing it again.
Oh, yeah. Quick bite. Oh, Dazza, cheers for sending your team. Well done on your team. You're probably doing. You did better. You're better than me right now. So fair play to you.
Well done, Dazza. Speak to you soon, bro.
Before you go, Darren, just say in the comments what you're thinking for next week. For the next, what you got in your head before you go. Just write in the comments. I'm intrigued.
She's got one transfer and no money, so
she's only got one transfer.
Yeah.
Oh dear. But yeah, she got a wild card. Are you thinking of wild carding? Happy if you already wild carded?
A wild card would be a great.
She's thinking of she was thinking of three at the back.
Yeah.
I think it's. I mean, me and Russell have been talking about this week. So I did the change for last week, and Russell is obviously going to do the change sometime soon. I just feel.
I've already done it.
Sorry, there you go. Well, I just feel like three at the back is. I know it doesn't look the best on paper, but fantasy-wise, three at the back. If you've got attacking fullbacks, then yeah, I would personally say three at the back would be so much better, and have that extra midfielder. Who, I mean, with three at the back as well, you could go out and spend a bit more money on your midfield.
She's got a wild card, so
yeah. So you could possibly mix up the entire team if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a wild card, you've got a lot of options. I mean, I wouldn't get rid of Bowen. I know you're slagging Bowen. Don't get rid of Bowen right now. West Ham, a lot of people are trying to get Bowen in. But if you got wild card, you either pick Pope or Alisson. That's your first port of call.
Would you take Harrison out just for the money? If she's low on money, would you take Harrison out and possibly replace him with a cheaper option?
What, Alisson, the goalkeeper?
No, Harrison, the one who Leeds United.
Oh, Harrison. Yeah, I mean, I'd have personally. I'd have Aronson personally. You can save.
I would say Aronson is the more creative player out of him and Harrison. I think Aronson, you guaranteed maybe an assist. or
See,
a goal.
Harrison's he can be spectacular, but he also can go a lot of games without. The reason I'm keeping Aronson, even on my wild card, is he just plays behind the striker and he's on.
That's what I mean. He can get the assists, and he could be a poacher as well. I mean, we all saw him against Chelsea. He seemed to be just absolutely everywhere.
Right, well, Happy Emirates made this comment about Bowen. If Bowen doesn't get on the pitch for England, which is a huge possibility, then I think his form will just get even worse.
I don't know.
She watches him week in, week out. I watch him every day, and he's absolutely. He hasn't been right all season.
I mean, Happy, you know, from a West Ham point of view, you know him like bread with butter. You know, I don't watch West Ham, so I can't exactly comment.
I'd keep him in. I'd definitely. I mean, you've got him in your team now, Happy. I'd keep him in.
The only thing I can say is I can understand like the money side because he is got losing value, so I can understand the money side.
Yeah, I'd definitely keep Bowen in though, Happy. I would love because he's an option. He's an option. You know, am I right in saying that, Russell? He's an option.
Yeah, I mean, look at his fixture. I mean, I'm just looking. I mean, I'm keeping Quetta, and I mean, look at West Ham's fixtures. You got Wolves, Fulham, Southampton, beautiful, and then you've got Liverpool away. Yeah, that's tough, but I'd still roll them. And then you got Bournemouth home. So 4 out of the next 5 fixtures. I'll tell you, there's one thing. I'm not getting rid of Paqueta for 4 out of the next 5 because I need a West Ham player because I think they can pick up points.
I think if you're a West Ham fan, or if you've got any West Ham players in your team, I think the next couple of fixtures you should be really happy about because as Russell said, there's extra points to be earned. To be fair,
the only tough game they've got in the next 5 for me is, I mean, Wolves is quite tricky, but I think they've got more than enough to score, which Bowen could be involved in. Hopefully, Paqueta is Liverpool away. That's out of the 5.
That's the only. That's the only game.
I mean, if you look past that, if you look at their fixtures, I mean, they've got good fixtures all the way up to 21. They've only got like 3 or 4 tough ones. So I wouldn't. West Ham players for me are they'll be something I'll be trying to get into my team now. Like people are trying to get Palace and.
Who's West Ham striker? Is it Samaka who regularly starts, or is it Antonio?
Yeah, I wouldn't risk striking.
Antonio's the regular starter for them.
I don't want to risk a striker, but who knows?
Happy Amoret thinks that he wants out. I think she's meaning Jared Bowen. I will listen to Stu, Liam, and Lee also.
I don't listen to me. Oh, I think that's the worst possible thing you could do. Have you seen my point?
Right, getting back to comments. I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I could do that, Liam. Have you thought about going 3-4-3, Happy?
Keeps muting. I think that's she was talking about that earlier, Harmony. I think she was talking about it earlier.
We have players that don't seem to want to play. Talent on the bench always, and a very defensive, stubborn manager. I'm telling you, Moyes is just like Bielsa, stubborn in his way, won't change his style of play.
No. He don't care who says or what anybody says or what the fans want him. He'll play how he wants his team. The stats are, Russell, West Ham have got the worst stats for running and all that sort of thing. The worst in the league.
I'm quite surprised by that.
Yeah, honestly. I think. Hang on a minute. I think this week out she's going to go 3-4-3, which is good, which is really good at a.
You need to have a battle plan, Hart. I mean, if you're doing a wild card this week, you've got to activate it early because you might get price rises affect you, and you've got a wild card, so you've got to do it early.
Yep.
If you're going to do it, activate it now, and then you've
one
got.
Positive thing. I'm not at the bottom of this league, Russell. So that's one good thing.
Nah, I don't think you're not doing that badly, are you?
No, I'm definitely rock bottom.
I've dropped down to 66. I'm on ban of 400 points.
Is that 88 points? Wow. Wow, it was just above you, Dad. But 88, 92.
Got 92.
Be careful saying that on stream, Dad.
That's why I just dropped my coach.
Yeah. Don't want Monte
What page are you on, Russell?
I think I'm on the first one somewhere. I'm on 420, I think. 420. My points, I'm on. What am I on points wise? Let's have a look.
You're on 417.
Is it 417?
Yep.
Yeah, Russell. Harrison's 94th minute.
There we are. Yeah.
417.
Is that actually your second name, Russell? Your bowler?
You what, sorry?
Is that actually your second name?
No, I just put.
I would have said that strike a few years ago against Liverpool was the best strike I've seen a footballer's hit.
Right, so Russell, you're 41st. Lee, you're slowly climbing up the table, mate.
Where's Lee? Where is Lee? He must have had
It's
quite
the
a big
next
jump.
page, I believe.
He's had a big jump, I bet.
He's had a very big jump, as well.
I don't know how that.
Lee is Lee has gone up to 90.
Okay.
Well, he was around 100 and I think he was near the bottom. I think he was around 119, 118.
It's 382. See, there's not much in it, really. I mean, you only need a couple of good players and you can shoot all the leagues.
Yep, and Lee, you've got something special going with your team.
Yeah, I don't know
I
how.
sound like a football manager, don't I? You got something special going with your.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm-
good, though. You are a football manager, a fantasy football manager.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm 60th. I'm looking for Happy Amaret now. Let me find Happy Amaret.
I can't wait next year when we've got our own league. I know I say it every
Oh,
week.
it's going to be, you know what? I can't wait to see what we've got planned after.
It's going to be so
after-
competitive.
Ooh.
It's going to be great.
Oh, it's close. Happy Amaret's 117 for 338. Liam's 120 for 323.
It's 4 points behind you, Happy. I'm coming for you.
It's like I say, there's not much in it. You only need all you need to do is hit one player who could be a captain. You can literally jump up about 100 places.
You see, right? You know that I do this to take part. I am enjoying it. I won't lie. I am enjoying it, right? And if I finish in the top 100 for my first season, I think that's pretty good, Russell.
What, in the league, you mean?
Yeah.
I thought you meant the whole thing. I was like, if you end up 100 in the whole thing, that would be unbelievable. But
No, if I finish in top 100, I should be all right, shouldn't I?
No, you've definitely you have learned a hell of a lot because you're doing stuff now just by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you ask for advice here and there, but in general, you can tell by your team and your wild card and you're taking in information. So it's good. I mean, I think Happy's got she's got a wild card still to use. You're on a wild card, so it's going to be interesting. The wild card is what they do. They can really set their team up quite well up until the World Cup now. So there's a bit of envy probably from non-wild carders, but you know it's just the look of the draw with the fixtures that got postponed, I think. So
Sorry, chaps, meant to be a mod on another channel right now, and I only have one device. We'll rewatch it. Rest later. Thanks, chaps, and chat. What,
No
I
worries. You see that? No
it's,
loyalty, Stu. No loyalty, is there nowadays?
I think it's Cieran, brother Cieran's on West Ham Network tonight.
Well,
Can't wait
that's the
to tune
comment
in.
after. She goes, I'm right at the bottom. So no different to West Ham then, is it?
Well done, you, and you also beat the fraud of an expert, laughing his head off at you. Good night, Happy. Later, Happy. As long as I get more points than Robocop, then I'm happy. Bye, friends. Oh, and bye, Russ.
Bye, Happy.
So, guys, no worries. I'm happy. I'm alright. No worries. Don't be silly, Happy. Yeah, well, look, I think this has been a really good stream. It's gone better than I thought because I didn't think we'd have an awful lot to talk about. But with other people's interactions and being involved, it's gone really well, and it has.
It's good because we haven't really got anything to talk about in the sense of we can only talk about the points we've got. But then again, I think maybe for next week, we probably could do a stream purely on the teams we're going to pick.
Yeah.
We could do one in the sense of what if everyone wants to send us the teams they're looking at, because I think not this week. Next weekend it restarts, doesn't it? I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Weekend after. So we could still probably squeeze one in, but it would just be about where we are with our thoughts in the sense of the wild cards and, if there's been any injuries, how it affects us. So there's always stuff to talk about. And it's good because I think this, like I keep saying to you, once we've got our own league and we can just define it into our own little league, it'll be a lot quicker moving around.
Because then I can just put up people's. We can go through each one from bottom.
Well, you won't need to send in pictures because we'll
have them all there. Yeah. I mean, the only thing that we'll have to, people can put it in chat what transfers are thinking of doing, but apart from that, I think it'd be a lot more. I think it'd be a lot more less hassle for Stuart, as we all say, because he's got all the pictures and he has to share his screen and stuff, which, it takes a lot of time up, doesn't it, unfortunately. So
but I enjoy doing it. Do you know?
I know you do. I'm just saying, in the league, it'd be a lot easier because it'll just be clicking on that team and then it comes up straight away.
Yeah, well, I do want to say as well, if anybody ever needs any advice or all, Russell, I am going to put your YouTube link in, not your Twitter link, in the chat description.
Okay.
After this video, if that's all right, so people can ask you for advice.
Yeah, that's fine. I can just mute everyone. I'm joking, by the way.
Yeah, so it's then that way, Russell's our resident expert. I know the points aren't showing that at the moment, but I'm sure in time Russell's team.
I think Darren's the only one that's heard of us. I don't know where. Was it McAllister? I'm not sure where he's ranked because he seems pretty clued up.
I don't know if McAllister's in here or not. I don't think
he's still here.
Didn't mine work, Stu? No, I'm afraid not. Hermione. Please rewrite it in this once. I will get hold of you. I'll get hold of you. I've sent you my mobile number. So I'll try and I'll sort something out with you, Hermione. I promise. I don't let people down.
Remember, Hermione, pick Ben White because he will play.
I'll watch it later. I'm going to watch it later as well. It's been good apart from Russell being present.
I love it.
It's the back and forth banter. What we all agree.
Yeah, I know. It didn't come through email. I got the link, but it sent me straight to mine. It won't let me go into Hermione's. So for some reason, what she'll have to do is, if you know how to do it, Hermione, take a screenshot of your phone. Send it to me via if you've got WhatsApp. I'm on WhatsApp for next time. But if I will talk about your team now. I want to see what you can do.
I've just realised you can play with my team.
How many? What have you done?
What do you mean?
I think she sent a link, and she sent the link with her being signed in.
So you can sign into
so if you click, so if you click on the link, it's got her account already signed in, and it's got her page up. So
when I clicked on that link, what she sent me, when I clicked on it, it takes me straight through to my team. Look.
Oh, your team. Oh, there you go, man.
So whoever has power, you've got to do 11 transfers and a minus 50.
That's enough, yeah. It's great.
Stuart pull his team up and all his players will play with the injured and suspended. Why have I got 11 injured suspended players in my team? 0
It's definitely Russell's fault, Hermione.
Yeah, I'll still
I would never, Hermione, love, I would never play about with your team.
Yeah, just don't send it to me. You'll end up with 15 injured players in your team. A lovely sea of red. Yeah, I would. If you send it to me, I'd literally just tear it apart.
How can that be, Russell, please?
What's that?
Average points for this week is 50.
Yeah, I think a lot of people who did wildcard didn't really do that well out of it, ironically. So
But
I
obviously
did
not.
look at it. All my arrows are red.
Obviously not. No.
So yeah, it's weird. I'm thinking. I'm trying to figure out. I probably could have done better with the team. I should have. If I didn't wildcard, it just took 2 transfers. I probably could have done better than what I got. But at least I've set my team up for another 4 or 5 weeks. So
You see, but all my arrows are red, and I thought I did really well. But I did obviously didn't do it.
I mean, you're doing well, but obviously could have done more well. Which I know that sounds bad, but it's just one of those things where you might have had a good week, but people would have had a better week.
it's the Sun. The Sun. I think the people that hurt me were Harry Kane and Son.
Yeah.
So if you only want to add Son or Kane and you didn't own them, it was a bit of bad news to us. So
Well done, Lee. Again with Kane and Holland.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
if
been
I
good.
give you the team's name, can you find it? Yeah, should be. That'll be in league, won't it? Yeah,
Yeah,
call
it's
it the
league,
team
yeah.
name, Amani. Let me see if I can find it that way. And what league should be? I need your league as well, don't I?
Maybe the overall. I think you can do with the overall league, can't you?
Is that
Is
the
she in
broadcaster
our
league?
league? Is she in our league?
No.
Oh God, I don't know if you can search for teams or not.
I should be able to go to Sky Sports League. Are you in Sky Sports League? Hang on. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a different team though to a fantasy team, or are they both the same?
Can you name your team? I hate Russell FC.
Top down.
Chill out, Mope.
Right, she's in Stockholm, Stockton, in Just Joe's League. How do I find out Just Joe's League, Russell? Can I do that if I are in it?
Might.
Oh wait, there, I'm in it. Wait, I'm in his league. So,
All right, brilliant.
so what rank are you in his league, Harmony?
She's called Stockholm's Strikelet.
Okay. Do you know what number she is? Does she what?
I can see her being like top 10.
Really? If she's that high, she's done really well.
How many people are in that league, Russell? Are they quite-
There's tons.
502.
You're 502. Okay, so Harmony is. Oh Jesus, bear with me. There we go. 502. Oh yeah, there she is. She got 61 points. So she took a -4. Do you want me to read the team out? Is that what you want me to do?
Please, mate, please.
So she got -4, and in goal, she has Ramsdale. She got Saliba. So that's a good one. Shaw, Newcastle, which understands. Nico Williams, Perisic, got unlucky. Ward-Prowse, that's an interesting one. Bowen, Kulosowski, Isaac, Jesus, and Haaland, 4-3-3. And on the bench, she's got Meslier, Sinistera, Alexander-Arnold, and McAllister. And how much money you still got? She's still got 1.5 million to spend. So, and she made 2 transfers. She got rid of Christensen and Robertson and brought in Saliba and Perisic, which obviously worked out better.
Very good transfers.
So, yeah, she did all right. Points-wise, she got 57, because obviously you got to take the 4 off.
So what points has she got in total?
57.
Well, so she's only just started then in Joe's League.
And I think if you join the league, you've still got the points you got from before.
Yeah, at the point, yeah.
So, yes.
Right. You see, look,
It's not like last year. If you joined the league, not last year, I think it was the year before, if you joined the league halfway through, you'll start from completely zero. While now, if you join a league, it's just all your points already added. And what have you got? Like the week before added on.
The good thing is she has got green arrows and all. Everything's green. So
that's brilliant.
even though she's not as high, she's had a good week in the sense of she still climbed. So
Now, Russell, my only red flag with that team, I don't know if you will agree with me, Ward-Prowse, would you change him? I mean, she said that she changed the team, which is fair.
He's an odd player, Ward-Prowse, because he's one of these players, you drop him out and then he'll just get like 2 penalties and a free kick. Oh, his fixtures aren't too... He's a frustrating player to own, Ward-Prowse. I mean, look at his points. He's got 9, 2, 7, 2, 1, 2, 1. I mean, that's Ward-Prowse in a nutshell.
Yeah. 2 standout games, and then...
By the end of the year, he will have quite a good... I bet he'll get you like 170 points. So, in theory, Ward-Prowse is worth keeping. And he is on all set pieces, but he's just... How can I put it? He's not boring. He's just...
An average.
Frustrating to own. He's one of those players you want to bring in when he has one of his really big hauls. You get lucky, and then you just get rid of him again. Yeah, so he's frustrating to own for the whole season.
So what basically is a big gamble, then, isn't it?
You've got to captain the right game.
This is taking what she's brought in. She's brought Trent Alexander-Arnold, Bowen, Ward-Prowse out, Trippier, Son, and Grob in.
Son, okay, that's Trippier, Son, and Grob in is a very, very. I think Grob.
It depends on what this new manager at Brighton does.
Yeah, I think Grob's got the most points so far.
I mean, I've heard he's a bit of a madman. That's what I've heard. I've heard he's a bit of a madman. He likes smashes bottles on sidelines. Right, Amanda, the only reason why I haven't joined Just Joe's league is because I struggle enough. Maybe being a newbie, it's hard enough to keep up with. Do you see what I mean? When I become more experienced, I'll join different leagues.
One player she is missing in that, and I keep saying she's got to get Ben White in there.
Ben White.
Get Ben White.
He's not doing.
He's not doing too bad.
He's been played at right back, hasn't he? He's not.
Yeah, but he's always consistently starting.
And I think Ben White's underrated.
The thing I like about Harmony's team is she hasn't even got. She hasn't really got any. She's only got like one premium, and that's Haaland. She's spread her funds around, which is interesting because she always has a strong bench. But I like Sinistera. He's an interesting player to get. Are you not thinking of getting maybe Salah in, or you get Son in?
Just Son in, aren't you? And I'm going to say Grob or Gross, however you want to pronounce it.
I think it's gross. I was chuckling because you kept going Grob.
He's the number one. He is the number one, I believe, midfielder, and that's the reason why I picked him a few weeks ago. I also transferred him out.
Yeah, but I think I would be wary of Brighton players now with their fixtures.
Yeah. And not, as Stuart said, the new manager. It all depends what his play style is.
Yeah, they've got tough games though. I did have McAllister, but I was only going to have him for 1 week, and I've got rid of him already. So, but yeah, I mean, Ward-Prowse is odd. He's odd. You'll probably get rid of him now, and he'll probably who's his next fit. He'll probably He'll probably have a penalty in that game, and Everton home. I mean, that's a pretty good fixture, to be honest with you. So, yeah, he's a hard one to own, Ward-Prowse.
Everton are a team where they're very hard to beat now.
Yeah,
so I think Tarkowski and Connor Cody as a centre back pairing.
I think they've done very well. It's a strong partnership, but I think.
I don't think Everton play very well, though. I don't think I've seen Everton play well yet in a game.
They're very inconsistent.
I think Everton. This is why I sum up Everton in 2 sentences. They play not to be beat, and they hope to grab a breakaway goal. That's how they play. Yeah. They hope they can get that bit of luck in front of goal, like what Mopey scored.
Good finish.
Yeah, really good finish.
She says my front three are pretty solid. I mean, you got Haaland, Jesus, and Isaac. I think actually you got the same front three as me.
I'm going to say that front three, you don't want to change that. That is the best front three you could possibly ask for.
Haaland.
The fantasy world.
Haaland. She got right. Her front three are pretty
Haaland, Isaac, I believe you said.
Isaac.
Isaac, yeah, I like Isaac. The problem is with Isaac now, what Everton, what fantasy football league teams have got now is, managers. I don't like calling them participants, managers, whatever you want to call us. Is Callum Wilson's now back fit?
Yeah.
So is Isaac going to play, or is he going to be dropped at bench?
I think Callum Wilson might become the new. I mean, I know he's got Chris. We're on the bench.
Callum Wilson's coming straight back in that starting 11. There's no doubt about it.
I kind of feel like Isaac, with the price they paid for him, I don't think Newcastle want to see him on the bench. I know money shouldn't come into play here, but 65 million. And not just that, but he's been scoring goals for Newcastle. If he wasn't scoring goals, I would say Callum Wilson, yeah, go in for him. But he's working well. And you ought to think as well, this is Newcastle without St. Maximin, who we all know is a bit of trickery. Yeah. And he can produce stuff for Isaac, who is a poacher in the box. I think he's one of the best youngsters in the world.
But I'll counter-argue with that, Liam. They started with Isaac up top, and they couldn't beat Bournemouth.
Well, yeah, but he did get a goal. It was a penalty.
Yeah.
I mean, he is. One thing I will say, Stu, is Wilson's 50% flagged. And let's be honest, Wilson's injury prone. Also, Isaac, even if Wilson comes back, I think Isaac will still play on the wing.
Yeah.
I think you'll find it'll be St. Maximin, Isaac, and Wilson if all fully fit. So he will lose penalties though, which would be a bit annoying. So that's the only thing with Isaac is when Wilson's back, he will. But I mean, let's be honest, how much can you rely on Wilson? I mean, he'll probably re-injure himself.
Okay, it's another Patrick Bamford with injuries. Yeah,
he could get 15 goals a season.
If he stayed fit, if he had the right medical team around him, if he stayed fit, I would say
the right medical team. Like you can't say that because he does. It's just his body can't cope. His body can't cope with it. Should I stick with Neto or swap for Pontus?
I'll say Nico. So I think
Neto, not Nico. Neto. Oh, Nico
Williams. Yeah. I'll just stick with Nico. He'll get you game time.
It's difficult. I like Pontus. I do.
I like Pontus. Well, Harmony said he does like to get cut. He's definitely a card player.
I mean, I don't know what Brentford's fixtures are like. I mean, Nico Williams. The thing with your team, Harmony, is you've got 1.5 million to use, and I don't know your team. The one thing I will say about your team is you're doing that thing I kind of hate is where you've got your funds spread around, so you've actually got quite a good bench. So I hate that because the bench. How many times your bench players are going to come on? So you've got you're going to have like really good options on the bench. I think you could, funnel a lot of your money into one big player and probably weaken your bench a bit. Personally.
Can you read that, Russell? Okay, this is Brentford's fixtures. Fixtures. Bournemouth away, Newcastle away, Brighton at home, Chelsea at home, Aston Villa away.
Well, let's be honest. I don't think you could trust Janssen to get clean sheets and all of them. So the only thing you're looking at then is will he get attacking returns?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably stick with Williams.
I'd probably stick with Williams.
Yeah,
he's fullback. It is Forest, but will you be playing? Williams. I looking at your defence, I'll go Shaw, Saliba, and Alexander Arnold as your. I mean, Perisic. He's risky, but if you like a risk, he could start and he could be spectacular.
Why not start a new league now?
I don't think you can.
Yeah, we can, I believe.
You can you?
I believe we can.
Oh, right. I just had in my head you can only do it from the start.
Well, we'll look into that. Definitely look into that. Well, that's what maybe I could spend a bit of time looking into.
Yeah, if we can start a new league, we could get a code out and get everyone who's in the comments regular, and just
we can put it up on the stream so any new viewers can.
Yeah,
we could kind of sell it during the season. We could just keep pushing the code and it would make it a bit easier. I thought Darren had gone, wasn't he? He can't help himself.
He's still working. He's lucky.
Yeah, Darren's loyal. Darren's a loyal man.
He's loving it. He's loving it.
Yeah,
well, I think he's one of the. He's actually done quite well on his from what I could see, he seems quite a clued up player.
Yep. Right, guys. Look, we've gone over what we said we were going to go over by an hour and 40 minutes. To be honest, I thought we were going to do about an hour show, but it never lasts like that, does it? It never works.
No, once you get talking and stuff, so
no. And I think it's good. I think it's good that everyone's enjoying it, and I hope you are, because we do put. I'm not bothered about how much effort I put into it, because I enjoy it. But we do it for you guys out there, and we do it for us to have a chat. And
Yeah.
you know, we'd love to know we'd love to honestly know what you think about how this channel, how this fantasy chat side of it's going, and what you'd like to see different, if anything, or what you'd like to see us add to it. You know what I mean?
And you can't say not Russell on the screen.
Yeah, that's the one thing we can't have. Oh, there it is down there.
Yeah. I know. I was waiting for the comments going, well, you could take Russell off the screen.
But yeah, if there's all we can add to it, I will add to it gladly. But yep, I will look into see how it go about starting up a new league.
I mean, if we can get a league, if you can do a league and you can actually do it, we'll all get into it now, because we should be all going to it with the same points. So we'll definitely do that. But if you guys can look into that, that'd be brilliant if we can do it.
I will definitely do that.
I just had in my head you couldn't start it when you start. For some reason I don't know if I'm wrong, but I just had in my head you couldn't do it until the start of next season. But I might be wrong. So
we'll have to look into it. Apart from Russell and on the net, Fab win yet again. Thank you all very much. You're welcome, Mamani. Love, you're welcome. Apart from Russell,
I was waiting for at least one. So.
Yeah. Well, anyway, look, guys, thank you very much for watching this edition of the Table Team. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've had a really good time tonight, if I'm honest. I have. And time just flies. It really does. You don't realise how long you're on for.
Do you think we'll do one next week, Stu?
Yeah, because I want to see because next Saturday games are back on again, aren't they?
So we can do one purely for what everyone's picking.
What team you've picked and what team you're sticking to.
But also who's been injured, if it affects your teams.
Yeah, because I've got one to take out, Annaby Patterson, so I've got to sort that out. But yeah, look, I've really enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Russell, for being part of the channel.
No, it's really good. I enjoy it.
That.
Yeah, it's
really
good.
do appreciate that.
It's good to see everyone's team, and like you say, when you see people like McAllister and Darren who are doing quite well in it, it's nice to, it's good to see people enjoying the moments when they're doing well. Show off. If you're doing well, show off. I do.
Well, I've always said that I shouldn't. I hope I don't get accused of anything for saying this. But I've always said if you work hard, what you should be able to show what you should be able to have nice things if you work hard.
Exactly. I mean, I knew McAllister had done well straight away because he was already in the comments before we even started. I thought he's had a good week straight away. But I like that. I like that. I like the show offs. I enjoy that part of it.
Good. Right, well, look, guys, we're going to leave it there. Thank you, everybody. Is anyone feel like to say?
Goodbye, please.
Goodbye from me.
Bye from me.
See you later.
See you all later, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Really do appreciate it.
Apart from Titch.